You are listening to Yankton Baseball on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics, 1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch Cleaners, the UPS Store, Yankton Medical Clinic, Hy-Vee, Olson's Pest Technicians, Gerstner Oil, Vision Care Associates, MT and RC Smith Insurance, First Dakota National Bank, First Chiropractic Centers, Sherco.
Now, let's go to the diamond with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Baseball, Bryce Ladwig.
Live from Riverside Field here in Yankton, it's Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler, Post-12 Senior Legion Baseball. And Yankton taking on Dell Rapids, one of the best Class B teams in the state. Actually, Brayden, I guess just overall, it's one of the best Legion teams in the state. They are a storied program and are very good. This year being no exception, so we are going to have a good game, single game, here tonight at Riverside Field. Dell Rapids comes in a 13-2 record. Yankton sitting at 17-6 overall, 10-5 in league play. Of course, this is a non-league game. Yankton's coming off a 1-1 split with Harrisburg Maroon yesterday evening. And Yankton has another pair of games tomorrow. Both league games versus Sioux Falls West and Sioux Falls East. We'll talk to you more about those come the post-game show. And Dell Rapids comes into this game with 13 straight wins, Brayden.
Yeah, no, they dropped their opening doubleheader of the season, and then since then have won 13 straight. This is a very good team. I know sometimes it might be easy to overlook a team that's playing up a class like Dell Rapids is, but this is not a team that should be overlooked. 13 straight victories. They've scored double-digit runs in 9 of those 13 victories, and they are outscoring their opponents 125-32 during this 13-game win streak. This is a very good team that has the ball rolling, coming off of a 16-0 shutout over T in their last contest.
And we will have your standings review as well as your out-of-town scoreboard all around here on the upcoming here in the Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. We'll take our first break here from Riverside Field. Come back, and let's get you ready for action. This is Post-12 Legion Baseball on KYNT, KYNTV.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit the local community, why would you invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Picnics, family reunions, cookouts, all activities that are a part of this time of the year. And nothing goes better with your get-together than Sheboygan brats, sausages, wieners, and all-beef hot dogs. Get Sheboygan at your local Hy-Vee today. Produced with pride at Simple Meats in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
And welcome back to Riverside Field and the Hy-Vee pregame shows. Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. Let's jump into our standings review. That is brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. Brayden?
Yeah, looking at your Legion Baseball standings for Class A, Harrisburg Gold currently at the top of the list, 5-2 record, 43.85 seed points. Second place is Yankton, who has an automatic qualifying spot as the host of the state tournament. They are P2 right now, 9-4 on the year in league play, 42.46 seed points. Rounding out the top three, Sioux Falls East, 11-4, 42.26 seed points, so they're right on the tail of Yankton. Continuing down the list here, fourth place Brookings at 11-5, fifth place Brandon Valley at 7-3. Sixth place Renner, 9-4. Seventh place Rapid City Post 320, 12-5. And then after them, Rapid City Post 22, 11-6. Aberdeen, 10-10. Mitchell, 8-6. Watertown, 13-13. Harrisburg Maroon, 3-6, just coming off a win over Yankton. Huron at 3-8. Sioux Falls West at 5-11. And rounding out the top 15 would be Pierre at 4-16. So that is all the teams who would make the opening round of the playoffs. Just outside, looking in right now, are Spearfish, 37 seed power points even, 0.6 back of Pierre in 15th. 17th, Sturgis, 2-9, 36.6 power points. And Box Elder, 0-5, 32.4 power points. Rounds out the top 18 here in the class for Legion Baseball.
Yeah, the season is coming to a close, regular season, I should say, and things are shaping up, Brayden. And obviously, Yankton has an automatic bid into the state tournament. They are hosting, but seeding still matters. You want to get the best first-round matchup possible and just extend your chances of moving on in the state tournament.
You know, it's exactly what you want. You'll be as high as possible, and right now, second overall for Yankton would be a very high seed. Of course, they'd skip out the initial, first-round playoff matchups to get to that, 8 in the playoffs itself. As we take a look at those, Harrisburg Gold would host number 15 Piers. They are number 1 right now. Number 3, Sioux Falls East would host number 14 Sioux Falls West in a game where nobody really has to travel. Number 4, Brookings would host number 13 Huron. Number 5, Brandon Valley would host number 12 Harrisburg Maroon. Number 6, Renner would host number 11 Watertown. Number 7, Rapid City Post 320 would host number 10 Mitchell. And number 8, Rapid City Post 22 would host number 9 Aberdeen. That is if everything were to end today, but obviously multiple teams got a lot of league games still to play.
All right, and then out-of-town scoreboard, which during the baseball season is really kind of the games that have just happened and also what's ahead for these teams. And I'll turn it over to Brayden, but that's brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer.
You know, we'll take a look around the league here for just the last couple league games for each team right now as we are heading down the home stretch, as you mentioned, towards the playoffs. Starting with Aberdeen, they just came off of a 2-game split in a doubleheader against Rapid City Post 320, winning Game 2 12-7, and losing game 1 3-2. So that's the last game for both of them. Box Elder is coming off of a loss last week against Sturgis. They haven't played a league game in about 9 days now, as that came on June 18th against Sturgis. Brandon Valley, as I look here, is their last league game was a 10-0 victory over Pure late last week. Brookings is coming off of a 5-3 victory, over Rapid City post 320. Harrisburg Gold coming off of a pair of wins recently over Watertown and Brookings. That was late last week. Harrisburg Maroon, of course, coming off of a split with Yankton. Yankton took the game 1 of that series before dropping game 2 to Harrisburg Maroon. Huron's coming off of a loss to Pierre last night. Mitchell also coming off a loss to Pierre in their last league game, so that took place last week as they split a doubleheader with Pierre. Aforementioned Pierre coming off a win over Huron just recently. That took place last night. And obviously the Rapid City Schools win over 320 in their split with Aberdeen post 22. Their last league game was actually against Yankton, which they took 7-0. Split that doubleheader that taking place last Tuesday. Renner is coming off of a win in their last league game coming June 17th. So there's been a lot of gaps for these teams recently in the scheduling. 13-2 over post 320 out of Rapid City. Of course, Sioux Falls East, we already talked about. They lost to Aberdeen in their last league game. Sioux Falls West fell to Pierre in their last game, 11-2. And Spearfish, also coming off a loss in their last game, 7-0 to Sturgis. Rounding out our Legion schedules here, Sturgis, obviously, with that win over Spearfish and Watertown, we talked about earlier, fell in their last league contest to Harrisburg Gold, 4-0. Then the team we're worried about today, Yankton, split with Harrisburg Maroon just last night. You know, there's a lot of teams in this league. A lot of times they're playing each other. There are a few of these teams have had gaps in their Legion seasons and their league seasons, I should say, over a week or so. But a lot of teams also coming off of action literally last night, including Yankton right in front of us with that split. And it doesn't slow down for post 12. They got this game this evening, pair of games tomorrow. They are really ramping up the schedule here as we look to turn the calendar to July.
Thank you, Brayden. We're going to take a break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. When we come back in 2 minutes, it will be our pregame coach interview. We have Dell Rapids and Yankton Post-12 Senior Legion Baseball around the corner on KYNT, KYNTV.
Everyone deserves a competent, compassionate, comfortable medical team. At Yankton Medical Clinic PC, we are your medical team. We know you. We know your medical history and work together to help solve your medical puzzle. With all your medical history in one chart, our physicians truly know you and provide continuity of care. The team at Yankton Medical Clinic facilitates access and communication with specialists on your behalf. At Yankton Medical Clinic, we really do provide so much care, so close to home. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Hello, here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER equipment.com.
Whether it's to watch the game, eat out with family, or grab lunch with friends, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat. Checkers' menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 18 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone. Like to mix it up? Try their sauce of the month. Head to Checkers Tuesday to Thursday, 4 to 11, and Friday to Sunday, 11 to 11. On Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
Hey, welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. It's time for our pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in cans at Yankton Hy-Vee. This pregame coach interview was pulled from the last contest this team had. Caught up with the coach in our postgame coach interview. We'll jump right into that conversation. Coach, congratulations on the second game of today, the victory over a very good Bandits team out of Brookings. Brookings actually out-hit Yankton, but getting on base for Yankton, the aggressive base running, really capitalizing, just kind of overall thoughts on the victory here.
Yeah, that was more of the way that we're used to playing, more of the way of attacking the zone. Josh, once again, did a great job attacking the zone and making them hit the ball. And our outfield ran down a bunch of balls today. And that's what they usually do, right? So Josh did a great job. Drew was able to come in and close. So pitching was phenomenal. That's what we're used to. The first game we walked a ton of people and got ourselves in trouble. But yeah, and then back to the Brookings game today, we had one really big inning, and we saw the ball well. That's their best pitcher. So he's a good kid. He's beat us many times before in the past. And we were finally able to piece him up and have a really big inning, and that's what was the difference in the game.
What does that say about Drew Reichen coming in to close things down in the seventh? Sometimes, no matter how great of a pitcher you are, sometimes a team just has your number, maybe even for half an inning, right? But 4 straight hits, but calm, cool, collected, as Brayden was mentioning on the broadcast. Caught his breath and got out of it. It was some great defense behind him as well.
Yeah, he ended up getting the bases loaded with nobody out or something like that. I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, Drew hasn't pitched for like 5 days. The plan wasn't for him to pitch until next Thursday. We're trying to give him some breaks. But the good thing with this is that you can use that as like a bullpen session. So he was only throwing that inning. They could have tied the game, and he was only throwing that inning. So this will get him ready because he doesn't pitch again now for another 6 or 7 days. So with that, he'll be able to be ready for his start. But he was really good coming in, and the boys found a way to win.
What's next for Yankton Post 12, Coach?
So we have this weekend we get Razor. So we don't have anything going on this weekend for games. And then next Monday we go to Harrisburg and play there. Harrisburg Maroon is what it's called. We play them. Tuesday we have one game here against Del Rapids, and then Wednesday we have games against East and West.
So a triangular format again for that 28?
It's 4 teams. Yeah, there's
quadrangular.
Yeah. So West will play Yankton, then West will play Tabor. Tabor will play East. East will play Yankton.
Okay.
So we'll do it that way so we can get those guys some games coming down. So we have a busy week next week, and we got some more tests along the way. But then we get a nice little break. We have a little, we call it a dead period, where everyone in the whole YBA program is off after that. And so they'll be off through the 4th of July, and they get a nice break. So we'll be all ready to go next week.
You were recognized in front of the crowd for your 100th victory. Again, congratulations for that, Coach, but a nice moment with your family.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't know they were doing that. It's cool. I had a coworker of mine congratulated me on 100 wins and said, hey, it's better than 100 losses. And I said, well, I got those too. So, it all comes with the territory. You're going to have wins. You're going to have losses. But it was a lot of, there was a lot of nice things said. I don't know if they ring true, but these players, and these players that I have now and in the past are very important to me. And it was cool to see old players be here. They were here. So I didn't know that was going to happen, and I think I have to go hang out with them after the game. So that's cool. Yeah, it's cool to know that you made somebody's day, somebody's journey a little bit better.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Again, that was part of the post-game coach interview from the last time around, but we will take a break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show, KYNT at KYNTV.
When I'm looking for inspiration, I find it playing ukulele. Music inspires me to be bold and self-expressive. It teaches me how to turn life experiences into art and find new ways to connect with those around me. How do you show your imaginative side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Throw another burger on the grill because barbecue season has arrived. It's up at the lake, out in the park, and right here in Yankton. Get the family together and head down to Lewis and Clark Lake to make the most of these summer days while they last. On your way, stop by Shop Easy, south of Yankton, for everything you need, from snacks to drinks to paper plates. Barbecue season, powered locally at Cenex. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
Hey, welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Brayden Butler's over here just dancing with the music. So you're putting you on notice, Brayden.
As the great warrior poet Eminem once said, when the beat vibrated, I was revived. All right?
Okay, anyways.
I'm not going to say the rest of the song.
Yeah, please don't. So that was Brayden Butler's last broadcast here. I'm just joking.
Oh, come on. There are so many worse things I could have said.
All right, let's jump into your vision of the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Of course, Vision of the Game is your keys to the game. Hand those keys over to Brayden.
It's going to be getting on base here for Yankton. As a team, they have an unbase percentage of .402, so they've been very good so far this season at utilizing that to their advantage. And, of course, when they're on base, 77 steals as a team and 87.5 stolen base percentage. So, obviously, their aggressive base running is what we usually talk about in this pregame segment. You got to get on base to get there.
All right, starting pitcher preview brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. Brayden.
Josh Sheldon's going to be the starter on the mound today for Post 12. 5 games pitched so far, 2 starts, so usually working out of the pen, 19 2/3 innings pitched, 2-0 record, 1 save. He's 14 strikeouts, a 2.49 ERA, a 1.62 whip, and a batting average against of .309.
All right, and that brings us to our key bat of the game, brought to you by Vision Care Associates. Being a key batter to the game takes excellent vision at the plate. So if you're looking for the highest quality eye care with a personal touch, call Vision Care Associates today to schedule eye evaluations for everyone, or visit visioncareassociates.net. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
We're going to talk about the guy who's leading the team in batting average for anybody over 50 plate appearances so far this season. Tied for the team leading RBIs, and that's Lucas Camshaw, .419 average, .493 on base. OPS of 1.106, which is ridiculous. 613 slugging, 26 hits, 22 RBIs, 22 runs scored. He's drawn 7 walks. He's stolen 8 bases as well. And the big thing for him, his batting average when there's runners in scoring position, 536, the highest on the team.
All right, your colors of the game brought to you by Buell's Cleaners, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. And Yankton in their white tops, white bottoms, and the red caps. And then Dell Rapids in their dark navy blue tops and white pants in that dark navy blue caps. Your fans of the game are brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. No matter what you drive, make sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's. 5 cents off each gallon of fuel on Saturdays. Just say you were a fan of KYNT or KYNTV. Your umpires of the game today brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the diamond. Field conditions brought to you by C&B Equipment. Navigate around your yard with John Deere lawnmowers from C&B Equipment in Yankton. Today's first pitch temperature is 82 degrees, and the wind is coming from the southeast at 14 miles per hour. We'll take a break for the national anthem. Come back with your starting lineups. Post-12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYNTV.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and zero sugar. Sparkling ice, tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Riverside Field. Time for our starting lineups. Those are brought to you by First Chiropractic Center. Making life better, one adjustment at a time. Brayden.
We'll start with Yankton Post 12 as they are out in the field as we go to the top of inning number 1. Out in left field, Nane has been there all season long. Rugby Reich is starting in left. Mac Reichen out in center. Luke Bernardo in right. Go around the horn in the infield. Matthew Sheldon at third. Drew Reichen shortstop. Second baseman Mark Cottle at first today. A name for the first time. We're seeing this name at first for the first time this season. That's Sean Turner. Your battery today, behind the plate, Samuel Kamshoff, and on the mound starting is Josh Sheldon. Look at the batting order for the Dell Rapids Phils. Batting leadoff here is Dylan Kent, the left fielder. Batting second, Brayden Pankinen, the center fielder. Third, pitcher Jack Henry. Cleanup hitter, shortstop C.J. Smith. Batting fifth, right fielder Aiden Bokler. Batting sixth, first baseman Joe Rechtenbaugh. Batting seventh, Trace Eastman, the catcher. Batting eighth, Drake Eastman, the third baseman. And batting ninth, rounding out the order, Will Jayton, second baseman.
All right, thank you, Brayden. And as you said, Dylan Kent at the plate now, left-handed hitter out of left field right now for Dell Rapids. Takes a ball and now a strike hits the inside, 1-1 count. And so a 2-0 count as they have on the scoreboard. Apologize. Try to get that rectified here. So a 3-0 count, actually. I think the scoreboard may be wrong, Brayden. And the 3-0 swinging through for a strike. A breaking ball on the inside. Nice pitch. Yes, it is a full count. And now Sheldon from the stretch delivers. Spikes it in the dirt, and it's a walk to Kent. But he's going to take off for first pretty fast. And I think if that would have went all the way to the backstop, Brayden, and if Kamshoff wasn't ready for it behind the plate, he could have taken off for second as well. But it is a walk.
It's one of those things where it's heads-up base running if it would have happened. But as it stands, Kent takes first base, and that's how you want to start the game for Dell Rapids here. Runner on first, nobody down, and that brings up your 2-hole hitter.
And that being Brayden Pankinen. And also left-handed hitter, takes a strike on the outside, 0-1 count. Nice breaking ball from Josh Sheldon. And now from the stretch, Sheldon checks and delivers. And showing a bunt and is lifted behind the plate. Sam Kamshoff gloves it. Packing it down on a pop-out to the catcher. For those keeping score, that'd be a P2. And that brings up Jack Henry. Very dangerous Jack Henry, pitcher for Dell Rapids. So pitcher versus pitcher here is one away, top of inning number 1.
Sorry for being a little quiet at that at bat. I was flabbergasted by the uniform, untraditional uniform for Pankinen. Had the pants rolled up above his knees. I've never seen that before in baseball at any level.
Oh, there you go. I guess I didn't really notice it.
I saw exposed knees on a baseball field and got really confused for a second.
Brayden Butler just flabbergasted. 0-1 count to Henry.
He's got a good name, though. I'll give him that.
And Sheldon delivers. Breaking ball misses high. 1-1 count. And now Sheldon sends home and misses high. 2-1. I'm just waiting for my live stats to be live, so to speak. Are yours working, Brayden? On-air production meeting.
That's a good question. We'll find out.
And runner goes in the throw down from Samuel Kamshoff. Misses very high, and Drew Reichen there to back it up before it gets sent out to center field to Mac Reichen. But a stolen base for Dylan Kint, and a runner in scoring position for Dell Rapids.
And that right there is why you always play good fundamental baseball. Smart by Drew Reichen, backing up that throw down to Cottle at second. Went over the head of the second baseman, and Drew was right there for it.
And next pitch to Henry misses, and that is a walk issued. Second walk issued in this opening half inning from Josh Sheldon. So now runners at first and second for Dell Rapids. And C.J. Smith, the shortstop, coming up to the right-handed batter's box. And as a dribble over to Drew Reichen, underhands it. Over to Mark Cottle, and the turn over to first is not in time, but the runner heads for home. Kint scores. Heads up base running from Dylan Kint. It was a double play attempt, and they just got the runner going towards second. Dylan Kint had the afterburners on the entire time. Brayden, he was scoring.
You know, we talk about Yankton being aggressive on the base paths all year long, and Dell Rapids showing an early flash of their aggression when they're out there running, and there's a reason this team's won 13 straight ball games, and aggressive base running looks like it's a part of the menu.
And lifting it out towards shallow right is Aiden Bokler, and it is gloved out in right field for the third out. So an F9 in the scorebooks. We'll bring up the Yankton Bass, the bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. Yankton trailing 1-0 here at Riverside Field.
At Ladwig Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Ladwig Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
Looking left the entire way. Feed route wide open. Carter Bell. Touchdown. South Dakota. And the Coyotes extend the lead.
Be a part of the fun inside the Dakota Dome this fall. South Dakota football season tickets are available now. The Coyotes 6-game home schedule opens September 9th against St. Thomas and includes games against rivals South Dakota State and North Dakota. Season ticket packages are the best value and are available at goyotes.com. We are South Dakota.
And welcome back to Riverside Field-Yankton Post-12 Senior Legion Baseball. Yankton trailing Dell Rapids 1-0 as we enter the bottom half of inning number 1. And that will bring up for Yankton Mac Reichen to get things started.
You know, Mac coming into this game on the season, moved back to the top of the order. We saw him in the middle of it in our last doubleheader on Thursday. But Matt coming into this point of the season, 243 batting average, a 333 on-base percentage, 17 hits, 16 runs scored, 10 walks drawn. He's second on the team in stolen base. Excuse me, tied for the team lead in stolen bases with 16.
Thank you, Brayden. And first pitch from Jack Henry, showing a lot of velocity from that right arm. Misses on the inside for a ball, 1-0.
We have seen Henry already in this game as he was at the plate in the first inning and he walked. Now
Fastball misses on the outside. Sorry, Brayden.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry there.
2-0 count. Well, we showed a lot of power off the mound here. 2-0. And a hard cut from Mac Reichen. Swings over the top of it. 2-1 count.
Now, like you said, Jack Henry showing the velocity early. Struggled with maybe placement out the gate, but that's just getting warmed up here.
And the 2-1. Another hard cut on a fastball. It's a 2-2 count now. When you have one pitch that solid, Brayden, do you need another one? He may have another one, but
if you have a good off speed with that high velocity fastball, it could be a nightmare at this level.
2-2 misses high and in. It's a full count.
Hasn't really shown it yet, but if he does have an off speed, it could be nasty.
So Mac Reichen with a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses outside. Mac Reichen draws a walk. So Yankton has their first runner on, brings up Rumblin' Rugby Reichen.
And that is the 11th walk of the season for Mac Reichen, which gives him the team lead in the category. The guy he was tied with is at the plate. 10 walks drawn at the season so far. Or excuse me. Too many Reichens. I was reading Drew Reichen's stat line. Rugby has 9 walks drawn in the season.
Never too many.
A 338 batting average. You're correct. Never too many Reichens. 338 batting average, 443 on-base percentage, 852 OPS, 23 runs scored, leads the team, 16 stolen bases, tied for the team lead. We'll see how long that lasts if Mac takes off from first.
So Mac Reichen leading off first, as you said, 1-0 count to Rugby Reichen. And the 1-0 misses high, and you can hear the pop of the glove. It's a 2-0 count.
I wonder if Yankton is going to be more patient on the base pads. Maybe the traditional steals aren't really going to be there when you have a pitcher who has as good a velocity as Henry has.
Mac Reichen takes off. It's a swing through hit and run attempt. It is not there, but Mac Reichen is thrown out trying to take second. You like the aggressiveness. If he would have gotten that, that would have been the 78th team stolen base of the season. But I'm thinking, Brayden, with this velocity of Jack Henry, I mean, you're gaining a whole half a second there.
Exactly, and the catcher right back there for Del Rapids, Trace Eastman, also showed a good pop time and a good arm down to second as well. When you have that combination, it's going to be tough to steal.
And a strike call, 2-2 count to Rugby Reichen. Henry delivers. And it's a comebacker right at Henry. He'll take it over to first himself, underhand it over to first. That is Reckenbach over there, and that's 2 away here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Now I'll bring up Lucas Kamshoff, big bat.
Yeah, very big bat. He was our key bat to watch coming into this one. We'll run through his stats a little bit again. 419 batting average, 1.106 OPS, 26 hits, 22 RBIs, both tied for the team lead.
Pitch misses inside, 0-1 count now to Kamshoff.
Excuse me, he is the outright lead in hits. He's tied for RBIs with Matthew Sheldon, who we'll see next if it gets that far as he's on deck.
And I should have said hits inside 0-1, and that one does miss outside. Makes the count 1-1 to Kamshoff. Right arm of Jack Henry, showing excellent velocity. We mentioned a few times now, but also showing a little bit of control issues. Kind of locating that fastball here. Here's the 1-1.
One of those things where if he settles in as the game goes along, it'll be vital for Del Rapids. But he's got the power, he's got the stuff. It's just placement right now is a little bit hit or miss out of the gate.
And that one misses outside. 2-1 count to Kamshoff. And that is a curveball that hits the outside edge, brings the count to 2-2, and there is that other pitch we're talking about.
So he is able to pull the rug out from underneath of you as well alongside that high velo.
2-2. Kamshoff gets under this one and lifts it foul and out of play. Foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles.
One thing, too, with Henry throwing hard, a guy like Kamshoff or even Matthew Sheldon who's on deck, if they get a hold of it, that's a lot of velocity off the bat.
Pitch in the dirt, misses outside, brings the count full.
Could be a situation where if you hit it on the screws, we could see a deep drive with that combination of velocity.
And now Lucas Kamshoff. The payoff pitch from Henry misses high and tight. Lucas Kamshoff on first.
Kamshoff walks, brings it late. Number 16, Matthew Sheldon.
And that brings up another big bat in the Yankton lineup, Brayden Matthew Sheldon.
Yeah, batting .364 on the year for Shelley, .463 on base, 1.023 OPS, 22 RBIs tied with Kamshoff for the team lead, 16 runs scored, and 8 stolen bases when he's on the base pads.
And first pitch from Henry misses outside 1-0. And next pitch misses again, 2-0 count.
Excuse me, go ahead.
We're going to do that all day together. It's fine. That's 18 pitches already here in the first.
Yankton's been working the counts so far.
Back pick attempt, heading over to first, and Kamshoff slides in safely. And I liked what you mentioned before about Eastman behind the plate. A quick pop time, whether it's stolen base or back pick attempts. And has to reach high for that one. Another walk issued, this time to Matthew Sheldon. That brings up Drew Reichen, who's just been a solid hitter, Brayden, for Yankton, whether it's in the spring season, high school, or here in the Legion year.
Yeah, no, he's had a very good, as you mentioned, summer season so far alongside his spring season. .351 batting average, .429 on-base percentage, 11 RBIs, usually batting about the middle of the order, 8 stolen bases. He's drawn 10 walks. It's a very good bat to have at the plate in this sort of situation. With now you got a runner in scoring position with Kamshoff on second.
All right, we have a mound visit. Mound visits are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Keep it right here. I want to thank a couple of our sportscaster partners, including America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. And Boston Shoes to Boots. Footwear expert since 1915, Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women. Located at 313 Cedar or BostonShoesToBoots.com. First pitch to Drew Reichen. Misses low and a bit on the outside. 1-0 count. Also want to thank Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. 2 runners on. 1-0 count to Drew Reichen and laces this one right to second base. And Jayton there to a glove it for the third out. So a line out to second base ends the threat. 2 runners are left on for Yankton. No runs and no hits. And it's time for the top of inning number 2. I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners first. J&H Cleaning, carpet, upholstery, area rugs, air ducts, dryer vents, power washing, and janitorial services for businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, J&H can clean it. Check out jhcleaningsd.com. And Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. And Aztec. Aztec of Yankton was founded on innovation and a passion to help their customers. They live their core values every day. Right now, they're offering a healthy sign-on bonus with great wages and benefits. Build your career with a group that's built to connect from rock to road. Stop by for a walk-in interview or click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company to Smet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. Back in 30 seconds from Riverside Field.
Hey Yankton, are you a handy person? Are you looking to get down and dirty? With full-time benefits and great pay. This is Barrick from Hedro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team, where every day is something new, from electrical all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Where no day is like the next, Hedro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hedro, you'll be part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today at jobs.hedro.com. That's jobs.hedro.com. Search Yankton.
And welcome back to Riverside Field. Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler here. Thank you for joining us on KYNT and KYNTV. At the plate right now for Dell Rapids is Joe Reckenbach. And he has a 1-2 count as we return to the action. Josh Sheldon delivers, and the breaking ball missed just on the inside, Brayden.
I know it's, as you mentioned, just a little bit on the inside. It's worked the count to 2-2 here at the plate, but Sheldon got ahead in the count early. Now he's trying to finish it off.
And a foul tip to the backstop. Count remains 2-2. And Sheldon delivers the 2-2. And Reckenbach hits this one foul right at his own dugout. I'm going to start saying new-ish fences, Brayden. It's been a couple seasons now. Well, if you include the high school.
Technically seasons, yes. It hasn't been a full year, but it has been a technical couple seasons.
And break ball misses high and hangs high from Josh Sheldon. Count full.
You got to think, too, Mount Marty played a couple games here, if you want to count that as a season. I say a couple because
snow.
Snow. They didn't play a home game until April.
And Reckenbach hits this one out towards shallow right. Working underway is Luke Bernardo, and he gloves it for the first out. One away. That brings up Trace Eastman, the catcher for Dell Rapids.
Talked about him already in this ball game. His pop time behind the plate. Was able to team up with his pitcher, Jack Henry, and also on the throw down with the second baseman to catch Mac Reichen stealing.
And Eastman sends this one out toward shallow left center for a base hit. Just found some green that he liked and laced it out there. That's a base hit. And if math is my friend, which it never is, Brayden, that's the first hit of the game.
Which is interesting considering we've already seen one run come across and multiple base runners for both these teams. That's the first hit.
And that brings up Drake Eastman now, the third baseman for Dell Rapids. Sheldon checking the other Eastman over at first. Delivers, misses on the outside, 1-0.
Yeah, to put that into perspective, Dell Rapids has drawn 2 walks and had a runner reach on a fielder or a base runner reach on a fielder's choice, and then Yankton on the other side drew 3 walks in the top at the bottom of inning number 1.
1-0 misses inside, brings the count to 2-0. Sheldon again checking the runner. And breaking ball hits the outside for a strike. 2-1 count. Josh Sheldon lost his footing coming down on the mound.
Such a good breaking ball, he buckled his own knees. But all kidding aside, I'm glad he was able to get back up there. We've seen that a couple times this season. Pitchers just kind of losing their footing out on the mounds, and it's always a worrying sight. It's good to see him back up.
The 2-1. Fastball down the middle, 2-2 count. Nice placement there from Josh Sheldon. Sheldon now checking over at first. And delivers into grounder. It is past Sean Turner over at first. Out into right field. Bernardo fields it. And Eastman's at the corners. Third and first for Will Jayton.
Your hit total in this game between these teams, the Eastmans 2, Dell Rapids 0, Yankton 0.
The Eastmans are carrying our hitting today.
No, it's a good back-to-back hits here for Trace and Drake for Del Rapids as they're trying to get another run across the board here for Del Rapids. The Phils. I was about to say out of Del Rapids, but I literally led off with that, so I digress.
So a quick throw over for Josh Sheldon. And first pitch to Jayton. Runner goes, and Jayton shows bunt. Fielding it is Josh Sheldon, but not cleanly as Eastman comes in to score. Del Rapids leads Yankton 2-0 here in the top of inning number 2.
At the very least, it'll be an RBI, but I think they'll call that a fielding error on Sheldon at coming off the mound as he just kind of bobbled that trying to scoop it in front of the mound.
And we have a mound visit for Coach Drew Lawrence and company. Mound visits are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds from Riverside Field.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Josh Sheldon delivers to Dylan KYNT, who came around to score in the first inning. And he takes a strike 0-1 from Josh Sheldon. And that was a reaching on air from earlier. So no RBI is given to Jayton. And now Sheldon. The 1-1. Breaking ball, strike on the outside, 1-2. As Sheldon now check the lead runner over at second. Looks for Sam Kamshoff behind the plate, delivers. Tries to frame it down into the zone, can't do it. 2-2 count. And now Sheldon checking in. KYNT ready to take the 2-2. The pitch, and it's a chopper toward second. Cottle, underhand, over to Drew Reichen. Overhand toss to a first, not in time, but A for effort from the middle infielders for Yankton. Cottle had it, did a nice job turning over to Drew Reichen. Drew had to get the throw there fast while facing down contact. In the face of contact, put a nice throw out.
It was one of those situations where if that one maybe isn't as much of a chopper, as more as a straight grounder at Cottle, they could get there in time. Sometimes those weak hit balls that kind of chop end up being your friend.
And chopper up the middle now as Drew Reichen can't field this one cleanly, and that will be another error assessed to Yankton as a run comes across. Yankton not having the best top of inning number 2 here this evening as Del Rapids now leads 3-0 as a runner came in to score. That was Eastman over at third.
Now 1 run allowed in the top of the first, 2 runs so far in the top of the second.
And pitch delivered, breaking ball, hitting on the outside. We were all over the place today, aren't we?
No, we stepped on each other like 3 times in the first 2 innings, and we really had that down over the last.
It's almost like we've done this a million times together, but I don't know.
It's almost like we have almost 2 full seasons of work together, but I digress.
And I just can't talk, but apparently we're going to get through this broadcast as they throw over to second, trying to get the runner, slides back in safely, does KYNT, and the 0-1. Well, misses on the outside, off the glove of Samuel Kamshoff, recovers quickly. He gets it back to Sheldon on the mound. So 1-1 count. And Jack Henry at the plate. Now Sheldon delivers. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-1.
This is our second pitcher matchup of the day on the mound and at the plate. Henry drew a walk in his first at-bat, and he looks like he's trying to draw another one here. It would load the bases for Dell Rapids.
And the 2-1 misses outside and makes the count 3-1. You know, and Josh Sheldon has had such a great couple seasons, especially on the mound, just really just finding that strike zone. That's what he does, just throw strikes. And that's why today is a little just curious. It's kind of missing outside quite a bit here. It's just trying to find that zone. And once he gets settled in, I think he'll be all right. Samuel Kamshoff takes the pitch, and the throw over to third, trying to get the runner taking off and called safe over at the bag. The Yankton dugout did not like that.
I believe a couple fans below us also didn't like that too much. There were a couple stunned, oohs and ahs in the crowd, but it was a good takeoff at second and a good slide in head first to get there in time and slide in safely for Kent.
And so the payoff pitch coming toward Jack Henry now. We're at the top of inning number 2. Dell Rapids leading Yankton 3-0. The pitch gets under this one and sends it foul all the way to the parking lot. And foul ball is brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance for the right coverage for your vehicles. Payoff pitch number 2. Break a ball. This one hit hard out toward center, deep center. Mac Reich and Bernardo giving it chase, and it is on the warning track. Rolls to the fence. 1-run score. Second run coming in. Henry digging 4-3. A stand-up 2 RBI triple for Jack Henry. He drew a walk in his first at-bat, and a triple in his second at-bat. And if you include the walk as part of a cycle, that's a super cycle, Brayden. He's on his way.
He is on his way to that super cycle, as you mentioned.
I made that now.
Just made it up.
Super cycle.
I'll allow it. But this has been a very good top half of inning number 2 for Dell Rapids, and one that Yankton's going to want to work out of as soon as they can.
C.J. Smith grounded out too short in his first at-bat. And he takes and striking the outside, 0-1. Has an RBI, trying to work for another one here. Sends it out to center. Mac Reichen under it and gloves it for the third out. But the damage has been done as Dell Rapids gets 3 hits and 4 runs and left 1 runner on base. Bottom half of inning number 2, and the Yankton bats coming up. Yankton trailing Dell Rapids 5-0 here at Riverside Field.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Owning your own home or business is more than walls, floors, and a roof. It's what's inside that matters most. Protect your assets, your cherished keepsakes, and your family with a home security system professionally installed by Yankton Computer and Network Services. They have the devices and expert technicians to help you protect what matters most. Call Yankton Computer and Network Services 664-2222 or stop at 1901 Broadway.
And back to Riverside Field. Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. Yankton trailing 5-0 to Dell Rapids. As Samuel Kamshoff comes to the plate.
And Kamshoff so far this season, usually we've seen him on the mound, but he has appeared at the dish in 6 games. 13 plate appearances with a .333 batting average, OBP of .538, and an OPS of .872.
And the 0-1 now taken for a ball. 1-1 count to Samuel Kamshoff. Thank you, Brayden. There's Jack Henry trying to find a little bit more control this half inning. Sends a fastball missing on the outside. 2-1 count.
Kamshoff in his limited appearances at the plate this year has also flashed a lot of plate discipline. He's drawn 3 walks compared to just 1 strikeout.
And Henry The 2-1 is sent out to left, and working his way under is Smith, and gloves it for out number 1. Shortstop going out to shallow left center. Brings up Luke Bernardo, right fielder here today.
It was interesting timing as that ball was floating to Smith at the shortstop position. There was a break in the clouds, so the sun kind of peeked out for a moment, and it's still out right now. And it was just interesting where when the ball's hit, it's kind of dark. You look up, ball goes into the glove, and the lights come on. It's confusing. Maybe not confusing, you know what I mean.
The 0-1 misses high and inside. Luke Bernardo looking for his 7th hit of the season. In these moments, you wish runners were in scoring position. A 3.08 average in that situation.
He's been able to come up clutch when he comes to the plate with runners in scoring position, as you mentioned.
The 1-1 swung through an off-speed pitch on the outside, brings the count to 1-2 to Bernardo. Henry working now from the stretch. And Bernardo well behind on that 1-2 pitch. It's the first strikeout of the game for Jack Henry, which is surprising considering the velocity, as we mentioned a few times now. And that brings up, as Brayden loves, the gamer, Mark Cottle.
All the way back at the start of the spring season, I remember he came in as a reliever, and that's what Drew Lawrence referred to him to in the post-game interview. Kid's a gamer. Opened a lot of eyes with his performance as a sophomore in the high school season. Now with the senior Legion team as well here in the summer season, and he's been great throughout his tenure.
Takes the strike. Now the 0-1 from Henry. Misses outside. Ball 1-1.
Now we usually see Cottle as a relief pitcher or starter as well. He only has 11 plate appearances on the season, but in half of those plate appearances, he's gotten on base with an OBP of 500.
Strike taken. 1-2 count to Mark Cottle. Looking to square one around here. The 1-2. Ball misses high. 2-2 count. Henry has circled the entire zone now. And 2-2. Misses low and outside. Kind of an off-speed pitch there. Brings the count full.
Cottle showing the plate discipline a little bit. Like I said, limited sample size, but he does have more walks than strikeouts on the year. 5 walks total. Make it 6.
Yeah, the payoff pitch misses on the outside. Mark Cottle will take a free bag.
It's only going to boost the OBP.
First baseman number 2.
Yeah, Mark Cottle on the season. That is his 6th walk drawn. And that brings up Sean Turner, first baseman for Yankton, a position he usually doesn't play.
Now, usually we see him on the mound, much akin to Mark Cottle. Even fewer plate appearances for Turner on the year, only 4. And he's drawn a walk in 2 of them, so he's got a 500 OBP.
Strike taken, and another one is fouled behind the third base dugout. 0-2 count now to Sean Turner. And foul ball is chopped, and count remains.
I believe he chopped it right off the top of the plate there.
Ignore the scoreboard. It is not 1-2. It's 0-2 count to Sean Turner. And Sean Turner lifts this one out toward high center. Working the way under it is 3 different fielders, and eventually the shortstop, Smith, comes across the field, bobbles it, and reels it in at the last second for the 3rd out. So a very abnormal pop out to the shortstop.
Say that's the most unconventional P6 I've ever put in the score sheet.
That's what I'm thinking.
Shallow right field, fielded by the shortstop.
So no hits and no runs. 1 runner left on. Yankton still trails Dell Rapids 5-0, entering the top of inning number 3. I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners, including One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire, because they do more than sell tires. That's Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. And the UPS store. They'll help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs. even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and, of course, shipping. The UPS store of Yankton across from Walmart. And Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. And now with play-by-play, I'll turn it over to Brayden Butler.
Getting right into it here, the top of inning number 3. It's a 1-0 count after the first pitch misses from Josh Sheldon. Second pitch misses the same, just opposite part of the plate, so it's a 2-0 count now. Aiden Butler at the plate, flew out to right field in his first at-bat. He's leading off the top of inning number 3 here. Joe Rechtenbaugh on deck, Trace Eastman in the hole. 3-0 count now. And Butler was taken all the way, stood straight up, put the bat on the shoulder, and taken all the way leads to a walk as he takes first base.
Beckler walks. Now batting number 11, first baseman Joe Rechtenbaugh.
Joe Rechtenbaugh up to the plate, flew out to right field in his first at-bat. See what he has here out of the right-handed batter's box. Sheldon checks the runner at first. He's leaving. Camshaw with a throw down. Glove by Cottle. Tag down. Not in time. Safe at second is Beckler.
Beckler steals second.
Sam Kamshoff doing a nice job behind the plate for Yankton, but of course Jace McCorkle, the, as you like to call him, the Great Wall of Yankton, not there today.
He is listed on the subs, but, you know, at some point the guy deserves an off day. So, and Samuel Kamshoff more than capable behind the plate as that one finds the zone for Josh Sheldon. It's an 0-2 count.
Yankton very much wants this victory, but you do have to think it's also a non-league game for them, and they have 2 league games tomorrow. So giving some players some time to play in some positions they may not normally do, or give someone some time off.
Yeah, I think a doubleheader last night as well only contributes to that. Trying to get some guys a little rest before a pair of league games tomorrow. Swing and a miss, strike 3 there as Sheldon gets the punch out on Rechtenbaugh. His first strikeout of the game here.
Down swing, now batting number 9, catcher Trey Eastman.
Trace Eastman at the plate. Singled in his first at bat. It was the first hit of the game for either team. The first of 3 last inning for Dell Rapids. Throw down to second, trying to get the pick off. Nothing doing there.
A third of Dell Rapids hits, Brayden.
And 2/3 of them have been Eastman's as Drake Eastman is on deck. Yo-oh, first pitch of the at-bat. High, ball 1. Samuel Kamshaw fakes the throw back and trying to catch the runner sleeping there as he was caught out in no man's land was Beckler, but able to slide back in safely at second.
Yeah, I think Kamshaw was a little surprised there that he had him in that situation. Kind of did the double pump, gave Bachler just an extra second to get back to the bag.
This one's sent out to right center field. Luke Bernardo getting underneath of it. He gloves it out in right. Bachler takes a couple steps off of second base, but goes back, and that's a fly out to right field for Trace Eastman, and that brings up Drake Eastman.
The second out. Now batting third baseman number 5, Drake Eastman.
Single in his last at bat did Drake Eastman, the third baseman here. 8-hole hitter for Dell Rapids. First pitch high, ball 1 from Josh Sheldon. Tell you, looking at the score sheet, Luke Bernardo's been busy out in right field so far. 3 fly balls have ended up in his glove through 2 2/3 innings.
Yeah, he's definitely getting his steps in. I have not, as I check my Apple Watch.
I did this weekend. I got enough steps in this weekend for the next month.
My watch just says do more steps.
Have you tried walking? No, watch, I haven't. 2-0 from Sheldon. This one finds the zone. It's a 2-1 count now to Eastman.
All my technology judges me. Netflix says, "Are you still watching?" And my Apple Watch says, "Hey, steps?" ?
That's how the Nintendo Wii was back in the day in my household. Strike 2 there from Sheldon, but like I was saying about the Wii, if you played it for, I think it was 3.5 hours straight, it would say, "Hey, why not take a break and go outside?" And I'd go, "I'm playing Wii Sports. Do I need to go outside?"
That's when you say, "Fine, I'll turn on the Xbox."
Xbox doesn't judge me. Runner takes off for third. Throw down, gets away from Matthew Sheldon. Looks like Butler slipped as he was trying to get up there. He's still down at third, just taking a moment. He was going to get up and go on the pass ball. Looks like he's going to stay in there, though, at third. Just needs a moment to recuperate. We'll be at 2-2 count to Eastman when everything gets back underway. It's going to be a full count to Eastman, excuse me. Get a payoff pitch from Sheldon. Now we got more of a break. Home plate umpire reminding everybody it's a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch from Sheldon. That one's outside, ball 4. Eastman takes first base, and that brings up Will Jayton. Reached on an error in the second inning. Run came across on that error, but no RBI given.
Is it a cross or a crossed?
A cross?
It's one of the highlighted words that my wife always corrects me on. So
it's a cross. There's no T in a cross. Comebacker right up the middle, gets past Sheldon and gets past Drew Reichen, sliding it short, so 1 run will come across home plate. I believe across is the spelling, and across is kind of the, it's like a regional thing. Here in the Midwest, across is used a lot, even though there's no, it's just across. But
I don't know. I think when I say across, my wife asks, "Are you British?"
Maybe it is a British thing. I don't know. Well, a run came home. It crossed or came across. Who knows?
One of the two.
Home plate.
The important things.
Be an RBI single for Will Jayton, and that brings up Dylan Kent. Left-handed left fielder, leadoff hitter for Dell Rapids. Reached on a walk and a fielder's choice so far in this game, so 0 for 1 in the official score sheet. But he's been on the base paths a couple times. 1-0, finds the outside part of the zone, strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. I know it was like 2 batters ago, but I mentioned getting my steps in this weekend. I wanted to bring it up and talk about it. Spent the weekend out in the Black Hills. It's pretty nice.
There we go.
The most activity I've done in a long time. The 1-1, back up the middle, gloved by Josh Sheldon. Takes a few steps to first, fires over to Sean Turner, and that is going to do it, but not before another run comes across here for Dell Rapids, and now I'm thinking about it, about if I'm using the right form of it or not. We go to the bottom of inning number 3 in a 6-0 ball game. Yankton post 12, got to get the bats working if they want to come back here on this Tuesday evening. Back in 60 seconds, KYNT, KYNTV.
Want to keep Yankton local businesses thriving? Buy Yankton Thrive Bucks gift cards. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. Our Thrive Bucks gift cards are great for any occasion, and they make sure your dollars are being spent here in Yankton. The gift cards are sponsored by Kopetsky's Ace, but you can use them at 30 different locations here in Yankton. And they come in a variety of amounts, from $5 to $500. See the list of locations and buy them online at yanktonsd.com or stop by the Yankton Thrive office.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Vision Care Associates provides the latest in technology, Optimap laser imaging. Optimap allows for a great exam of your eyes without dilating drops. Our doctors are able to show you what the actual inside of your eye looks like during your exam. Having images of your eyes each year means that problems are caught early, and no dilating drops is a big benefit as well.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Number 3, Matt Reagan.
Mac Reichen steps up to the plate here in the bottom of inning number 3. Yankton trails 6-0. Still no hits on the ledger for post 12 as well as the first pitch to the center fielders in their strike 1. No runs, no hits, 2 errors on the ledger for Yankton. 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors for Dell Rapids as that's a swing and a miss, strike 2 from Reichen. Reached on a walk in his first at-bat to lead off this game, then was caught stealing. We're in the bottom of inning number 3 here. The 0-2 off the plate, ball 1.
The wife has not gotten back to me on the across thing yet, but I will keep you updated.
Please keep me posted. I always am trying to improve myself as a person and as a commentator.
She's on call.
1-2 to Reichen, and that one's in there for strike 3. Sets him down looking, and that brings up Rugby Reichen here in the bottom of inning number 3. Second punch out of the game for Jack Henry.
Now batting number 12, Rugby Reichen.
Rugby grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat. First pitch high and in sight. Has to do a little pirouette to get out of the way. Ball 1. That one finds his own for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count now. Big swing there from Reichen, but can't find a piece. It's a 1-2 count now. No KYNTV viewers will notice it, but Reichen tends to do a couple, I always call it golf practice swings, as he's waiting in the box for the pitcher to come set on the mound. Just part of his rhythm, part of his motion. That one misses the zone, ball 2.
You golf at all, Brayden?
Not well. I wouldn't call what I do golfing, but I do hit golf balls with golf clubs sometimes.
Do you actually go out to the course, is what I'm asking?
Yes, I do. I hit golf balls with golf clubs on a golf course, but I would not call it golfing.
Yeah, you're awful. We get that. I just want to know how much of a hobby it really is for you.
It's a 3-2 count here for Reichen. Not much of one, but you know, if I was better at it, maybe. Payoff pitch, grounded to the third baseman. Gloved at third by Eastman, fires across the diamond, and that is out number 2 here for Yankton. Brings up Lucas Camshaw.
Went to the driving range 4 or 5 years ago now, and I had a great time, and I'm not joking. I pulled my back, and so that was just the end.
Oh, no. Golf will hurt random muscles that you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
If you don't do it consistently. It's not like a lot of other sports. Big swing there from Camshaw, but can't get a bite of it. It's an 0-1 count. What'd you call those back in the spring season? Was them Husker cuts?
Yeah, Husker cuts.
Trying to send that one across the state line. 0-1, low and away, ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count now to Camshaw.
A Husker cut, a river launch, water projectile, Nebraska missile.
The 1-1 here to Camshaw, low and away, ball 2 now from Henry.
A shoreliner. I'm literally just saying things now. But I'm going to write them down. I'm actually liking a lot of these. Future seasons.
We'll call Camshaw the Coast Guard if he puts one out there. It's a 2-1 count. This one's sent out to right field. It's high and it's deep. It's going to be on the warning track. Right fielder giving chase. That's going to be over the wall and gone. We talk about a home run. We talk about Husker cuts. He sends one over the fence, not quite to the shoreline, but it still counts all the same for Lucas Camshaw. Second home run of the season, his first during the Legion year at Riverside Field. And now this is a 6-1 ball game after the long bomb by Lucas Camshaw.
Hey, you called it. That is on tape / YouTube, whatever you want to call it. That is archived.
Save it right now. Chat, clip that. It's a little Twitch streamer reference. If anybody gets it, I applaud you. Inside, ball 1. Matthew Sheldon stepping up to the plate now.
Oh, what a parking lot streamer for Camshaw. Add that one as well.
It's a 1-1 count now to Matthew Sheldon here as we're trying to come down a little bit after that one. Still a 5-run ball game, but that might be the spark Yankton needs here in the middle innings. 1-1 off the plate, ball 2 to Matthew Sheldon. Has the only other home run this season for Yankton at Riverside Field. As I mentioned, that was Camshaw's second of the year, first on his home field. This one hard cut, back into the netting. Haven't had many foul balls go up and out of play so far in this one. I think that speaks to the velocity on the mound. It's hard for Yankton to really get to Jack Henry right now. Swing and a miss there. Strike 3 from Sheldon. Sets down Yankton to end the inning, but not before one run comes across on the long bomb over the right field fence by Lucas Camshaw. Got to go to break here on KYNT, KYNTV. Thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members before we go. Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. FloorTech, whether your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech at 665-4839. Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton Sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. And State Farm, Roy Wilcox. They've been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm is a proud supporter of Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball. Bryce, you look shocked, and we'll explain why when we're back. As there's a new pitcher on the mound for Yankton Post 12, we'll have the details in 30 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Have you been dealing with sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion, or other conditions due to seasonal allergies? At Yankton Rexall, with our comfortable environment and knowledgeable staff, we will provide you with solutions to ease your allergy symptoms. Don't suffer through this allergy season. Stop by Yankton Rexall today. We'll send you on your way with something to provide relief.
Celebrating 100 years, your hometown pharmacy since 1923. Yankton Rexall.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYNTV, Brayden Butler, Bryce Ladwig up in the booth here. Yankton Post 12 trails Dell Rapids 6-1. We got a pitching change brought to you by Conklin Distributing. Time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. 5 awesome flavors, no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. And Jace McCorkle is part of the battery for Yankton Post 12, but Bryce, he's on the other side of it right now.
Yeah, and it's just weird to see McCorkle on the mound. I haven't seen him out there. I don't think I have seen McCorkle on the mound ever, now that I'm really thinking about it. So
I say we could throw it to his stats on the season in the pitching category, and yep, that's what I thought. No appearances so far for McCorkle, so we'll see how he does here. First appearance of the Legion season, and he's in a 2-0 count here as he's missed off the plate for the first 2 pitches. That one high and away, ball 3. We know McCorkle's got a good arm. We've seen him on the throwdowns from behind the plate, so right now it's just about finding location as this one is chopped out to Sean Turner at first. He gloves it. No play, though, at first as McCorkle not able to go get over and cover first base in time, and it pulled Sean Turner way too far off the bag for him to make a play. So that will be an infield single to lead off for Brayden Pankinen and bring up Jack Henry.
You think it's weird for McCorkle to run around the diamond and not, the backstop area?
I almost feel like it's weird for him being able to see with a clear line of vision, not having to see through a catcher's mask.
He petitions to wear the catcher mask
on the mound.
pitching.
Out on the mound. It helps his eyesight. That's what he's used to. It's a 1-0 count here to Jack Henry, the other pitcher in this game. 2 RBI triple in his last at-bat for Dell Rapids. McCorkle sneaking a couple glances at the runner at first. Fires this one inside, almost clips Henry. McCorkle stepping off, taking a little extra time on the rubber. Two-0 pitch. Checks the runner at first. 3 times. He takes off. That one inside. Kamshoff on the throw down. Gloved by Cottle. Tagged down, not in time. So that's going to be a stolen base for Pankinen. It's also a 3-0 count to Jack Henry as that one was out of the zone for ball 3. 3-0. We'll see if Henry's taken all the way. McCorkle stares down the runner at second, leaves that one high and tight. Ball 4. Henry will take first base. That'll bring up C.J. Smith, the shortstop for Dell Rapids.
Well, my wife still hasn't gotten back to me about the across, and I don't know what she could possibly be doing that's more important than answering this text.
Don't you have like 2 young kids at home?
Yeah, and one's actually first day potty training, so
congratulations.
Probably not the best time to text the wife.
Hey, it's a tough time in life. I would know. I've been potty trained.
I hope a long time ago, Brayden.
I can't do this bit anymore. I know how to use the bathroom. I can't let any false narratives get out into the public. 2 runners on for Jace McCorkle here. So he puts a strike by him there. Strike 1 of the at-bat to C.J. Smith. reached on a fielder's choice his first at bat and flew out to center field so far in this game. The 0-1 to Smith. Clips the inside part of the zone. A little bend on that one, it looked like, from McCorkle. Smith thought it was going to be farther inside as he turned away. It's an 0-2 count now. The 0-2, high and inside, over the head of Smith as he bends out of danger. Counts even at 2-2 for McCorkle. 2-2 count, 2 runners on here in the top of the 4th. That one over the back again as Smith has to bend out of the way.
Our KYNT studio producer sent you a text.
I read it, and it took a lot of effort not to just burst out laughing on the air. I'm not going to lie. Scotty, that's a good one. I have a lot of credit for you. We'll give a shout out at the end of the broadcast as well, but obviously, thank you, Scotty Borman, back in the KYNT studios, making sure we're on air. 2-2 pitch, driven out to left center field. Mac Reichen trying to shade underneath of it. He does, gloves it. He's going to fire inside into the diamond. It's the first out of this inning. C.J. Smith flies out to center field, and that brings up Aiden Beckler. Walked in his last at-bat. No, excuse me. There's a change out there. Be number 2, and I believe I wrote down the wrong number earlier when I was writing down the subs because I do not have a number 2 on the sub list. I'll try to refine the official stat sheet when I can. First pitch inside part of the plate, ball 1.
Well, unlike the Brookings game, we actually do have a starting lineup up here.
So? I thought we were past it, but I'm proud of you.
Never gonna be past. That's gonna be like a year from now, until we face Brookings again.
There's one thing this man can hold. That's a grudge. That one high and inside, ball 2. Do have the man at the plate, Mason Stube. That one finds his own. Strike 1. It's a 2-1 count now.
So it is Mason Stube. They just have the number on the reserve as number 6. But we can work with that.
You can work with that. Hey, everybody, mistakes happen. I've made multiple mistakes on this. Or in my life.
I made a mistake last year.
For those of you unaware, I've been working here for about a year now. Put 2 and 2 together. It's a 2-1 count now to Stube. His first at-bat of the game, he's in place of Aiden Beckler, who was 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. McCorkle's going to step off, reevaluate. It's a 2-2 count. 2-2 count to number 2 with 2 runners on base. If there were 2 outs on the board, this would be deuces wild. McCorkle comes set, checks the runner at second. Now fires home, leaves that one inside. Ball 3, count goes full for McCorkle. The only real issue so far for McCorkle on the mound has been missing inside. Is a full count. McCorkle misses inside again. Ball 4. He walks the bases loaded, and that brings up Joe Rechtenbaugh.
Number 2 draws walk. Now batting number 11. First baseman Joe Rechtenbaugh.
Rechtenbaugh flew out and struck out so far in this game, so he's 0 for 2 on the day. Bases are juiced for the first baseman for Del Rapids. Leaves that one inside, ball 1. McCorkle just trying to work out of the inning. Double play ball obviously on the minds of the Yankton infield. There's a grounder to one of them. That one clips the inside part of the plate. Strike 1. It's a 1-1 count now to Rechtenbaugh. McCorkle working out of the stretch here. The 1-1. That one finds the zone for strike 2. It's a 1-2 count now. McCorkle saying he doesn't need the double play, trying to just strike him out here. Get 2 up on the board, or 2 strikeouts on the board. 2 outs on the board. I will get there eventually. if he's able to put this punch out away. 1-2 pitch, low and away, ball 2.
We go back at him. Back at him. Get around it. Good job. Okay.
6 runs on 5 hits so far for Del Rapids. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors on the score sheet for Yankton. This one popped up, fading out of play down the right field line. Foul ball brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. With Midwest Insurance, find the right coverage for your vehicles. It's a 2-2 count for McCorkle as he comes set. Fires home, just misses the zone, ball 3. Count goes full.
Goes without saying, this is a huge pitch.
Yeah, full count scenario here with the bases loaded. That one high and inside. It'll walk Rechtenbaugh. And we'll bring home a run on the walk. Miss Pankinen will come across the plate to score, make it a 7-1 ball game in favor of Del Rapids. Brings up Trace Eastman. First pitch to Eastman is a ball. Forced to bend out of danger on the second pitch is Eastman. It's a 2-0 count now. It's a 2-0 count now for McCorkle on the mound. First appearance on the mound this season for Jace. Misses the zone there. It's a 3-0 count now. Like we said when he came in, usually a staple of the battery on the battery, for a Yankton Post 12 pitcher and catcher. Usually he's on the opposite side of it, behind the plate. That one finds his own strike 1 for McCorkle. Samuel Kamshoff behind the plate in his place today. That one misses just inside, ball 4. Another run comes home on the walk for Trace Eastman.
Another walk, another run. Now batting, number 5, Drake Eastman.
That brings up Drake Eastman. First pitch to him, high and inside, ball 1. Eastman is singled and reached on a walk so far in this game, so he's 1 for 1 on the day in the official score sheet. This one popped up by Eastman. It's going to stay in the infield. They're going to call an infield fly. McCorkle still able to glove it, falling backwards, but infield fly rule. He was out either way. But athletic play from McCorkle on the mound.
That's another thing, trying to work around the mound. That's something that Jason McCorkle rarely has to do. Usually he has to just get the batter out of the way and the umpire.
And coming off the mound as well, he's usually working on flat surface behind the plate. So
yeah, that's what I mean. There's a lot of new obstacles out there.
It's like a little obstacle course. Was the second out of the inning, though, gloved by McCorkle, so it's a 1-0 count. 2 down, 8-1 ball game here. Del Rapids leading. Foul tip back into the netting. This is Sutton Williams in at the plate. His first at-bat of the game in place of Will Jayton. Jayton's day reached on an error and had an RBI single. See what Williams has here. As that pitch misses high, ball 2. It's a 2-1 count now to Williams. Two-1 to Williams, swing and a miss. It's a 2-2 count now.
Hey, the Twins are only trailing 6-1 in the second.
They're trying their best. Good for the Twins. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. That's going to be up and over the press box here. I was waiting for it to hit the roof, but it's up and over.
I was going to catch it. Brayden.
Going to catch it inside. I'd be proud of you. I'd also be amazed. Foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. This one roped into left center field just over the head of Drew Reichen at short. 1 run is going to come across. 2 runs are going to score for Dell Rapids. It's a 2 RBI single for the pinch hitter Sutton Williams. That brings up the top of the order, Dylan Kent.
Now batting leadoff, left fielder, number 6, Dylan Kent.
Kent so far in this game, 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded out to the pitcher in his last at-bat. (10-1) your score line here in the top of inning number 4. Kent rips this one out of play on the left field line. Be a foul ball. I believe the home plate umpire is running low on official game balls. Is called out. He's only got 1 left after that foul ball. That one high and away, ball 1, so it's a 1-1 count now to Kent.
Just calls out. Whatever happens with this one, this is game right here. This is the ball.
This is the last ball. If we lose it, I'm going home. It's a 10-1 ball game here. Yankton trailing Dell Rapids. Dell Rapids a very good team, looking for their 14th straight victory. And that one finds the zone for Jace McCorkle, strike 2. It's a 1-2 count now to Kent.
No, my dad used to tell me we were playing catch. Not only would I have to go get the ball, if I missed through it, but when it would be the end of the night, he would say, well, any miss, I'm going inside. So really focused up, Brayden.
Made me a better player. My dad was the same way.
Yeah.
Makes you a better player, or makes you not want to play the game anymore. Either way. Made me a better player. Made me more accurate out of fear of more physical activity. 2-2 pitch from McCorkle, high and away, ball 3.
This is KYNT After Dark. We're talking some more feelings about our fathers.
No. I got a lot of respect for my dad and my stepfather. I should give credit to both of them. They both raised me.
Happy belated Father's Day.
Happy belated Father's Day to my dad and my stepdad. This one, ground ball to the first baseman, Sean Turner. Gets away from him for a moment, but he's able to glove it, run over to first, and that ends the top half of inning number 4. But not before 4 fills from Dell Rapids come across home plate for Dell Rapids. 10-1 ball game. We head to the bottom of inning number 4. Yankton bats going to need to do a little bit of work if they want to get back into this one. Back in 60 seconds. KYNT, KYNTV.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Not using your timeshare like you thought you would, and you'd like to get rid of it, but you're not sure how to go about it. And all of a sudden, you receive a call from a company saying that they have a purchaser for your timeshare if you'd like to sell it now. In order to do this, you'll have to pay a listing cost of $4,000 and small closing costs, and you'll be rid of your timeshare. You need to be skeptical if you receive this call. There is typically no buyer, and all they're going to do is take your $4,000. If you've been victimized by this type of scam, call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYNTV. We're in the bottom of inning number 4. Yankton post 12 trailing Dell Rapids 10-1. It's been an impressive showcase at the plate for the Phils so far. They lead by 9. 6 hits for their 10 runs, no errors. Yankton score line, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 errors. Big reason for the lack of hits for Yankton has been Jack Henry on the mound. He's pitched himself quite a good game. The only real blemish, that solo shot from Lucas Kamshoff in the last half inning. Drew Reichen up at the plate. Samuel Kamshoff on deck. Luke Bernardo in the hole. Those are your 3-batter minimum here in Yankton, barring any pinch hits, but I do see Kamshoff warming up in the on-deck circle. Drew Reichen in his lone at-bat today lined out to the second baseman. A couple runners were on for Yankton as well. This one, hard hit, up in the air down the right field line. Got too far underneath of it, and that one is going to drift foul out of play. Foul ball brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. Don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. It's the bottom of inning number 4. Henry finds the zone on that one, makes it an 0-2 count. See if Henry tries to take a little off the top here for the strikeout pitch, or if he pumps the gas. Gas it is, but this one fouled off by Drew Reichen. Out of play again down the right field line, off the bleachers down there by the bullpens. I do see somebody warming up down in the bullpen for Yankton. Not sure who it is quite yet. It's an 0-2 count here to Drew Reichen. That one low and away, ball 1. Should get the binoculars out trying to see that all the way down to right field, but it looks to me, correct me if I'm wrong, Bryce, if you can see down that far, it looks like rugby down there. I don't see him on the bench. As this one chopped to the third baseman. Eastman fires across, and that is going to be the first out of this inning. Drew Reichen grounds out to the third baseman. Good contact. He could hear it off the bat, but just right at the third baseman as he pitches it across. Samuel Kamshoff now up to hit for Yankton. Catcher today popped out to the shortstop. First pitch to him is a ball. I think we're on the same wavelength right now. Just whoever's warming up down there, if you could just turn around, please. You see the number on the back of your jersey. That pitch in there for strike 1 to Kamshoff. It's a 1-1 count.
Just yell, identify yourself.
That one in there, strike 2 to Kamshoff. It's a 1-2 count now. Try to get Coach Lawrence's attention in the third base coaching box. Hey, who's warming up?
Stop him.
No. 1-2 here to Kamshoff. Picked up and out of play over our press box here.
Couldn't quite grab that one, Brayden.
Go gadget extendo arm. You could have got it. It's a 1-2 pitch to Kamshoff. Swung on there, but it's pumped by him for strike 3 as he sat down on strikes. That brings up Luke Bernardo.
Number 17, Luke Bernardo.
Second at-bat of the day for Bernardo. Struck out in his first one. Been busy out in right field has Luke Bernardo.
I'm getting annoyed by this bullpen situation.
It's going to bug you until it doesn't. First pitch to Bernardo. Clips the outside part of the zone. Strike 1.
Here's what I know. A Yankton player, right arm, right-handed. And a black glove.
So that narrows down Sean Turner, I know, is left-handed. This is the second pitch to Bernardo. Misses the plate for ball 1.
Right, this is my opportunity. You keep focusing on the game, Brayden. I have eyes on this bullpen situation.
Our eye in the sky. This one chopped down the first base line. Almost gets away from the pitcher, Henry, but he gloves it, flips it over to first for the third out of the inning. Yankton post 12 goes 1-2-3. We'll see if we see that new pitcher when we come back here in the top of inning number 5. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base for Yankton. I'd like to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members before we go. Try with Pizza Ranch for legendary chicken and the best pizza. Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, or by calling them 665-1222. Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmen's ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. Yankton Computer and Network Services for your complete personal and business computer solutions. Rely on Yankton Computer and Network Services. Wishing best of luck to Yankton Post 12 baseball this season. The Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop and Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton.
I told you it was Rugby Riken.
The only one who said his name was me, and I will take credit for that one. But hey, my eyes didn't deceive me for once, and I'm proud of that. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV. Rugby Riken on the mound for Yankton Post 12. Top of inning number 5 coming up.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
So 1-0 count as we come back here on KYNT and KYNTV, and this one is a grounder between the third baseman and the shortstop that finds its way out into left field. Rugby Riken is on the mound for Yankton. Isaiah Skelhaus moved out to left field as well, and that's it for the changes for Post 12. Pitching changes brought to you by Conkling Distributing. Alongside with Prime Hydration. Time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration. It's the perfect boost for every endeavor. Rugby Riken working on the mound here. Low and away ball 1 here.
Same number.
Jack Henry at the plate. Brayden Pankinen off of the single. He's at first. It's a 1-1 count now as that one finds the zone for Riken. One on the ground, left side of the infield. It's gloved by Drew Riken at short. Fires across the diamond, not there in time. Jack Henry flashing the wheels. Helmet came off his head. He was running so hard. Then he managed to kick it even farther down the right field line. Ended up near the bullpens. Riken checking the runner at second. Now fires home. First pitch swinging is C.J. Smith. Matthew Sheldon steps on third, fires across the diamond. Can't get the scoop in there for Sean Turner. Fielder's choice will put C.J. Smith on first. Pankinen, the lead runner, is out at third. Heads up play by Matthew Sheldon over at third to step on the bag, but left the throw just a little short of Turner. Couldn't complete the scoop. First pitch swinging here for Stube. He popped it up, out of play. Foul ball is brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield, not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. 2 runners on, 0-1 count, 1 down already in the inning. This one sent out to left center field. Shading underneath of it is Mac Riken. He gloves it for the second out of the inning. Rugby Riken got a couple outs here early on in inning number 5. We're in the top half of the inning.
Second out. Number 11, Joe Reckenbach.
Joe Rechtenbaugh at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day officially with a walk. Drew that one in the last half inning. Conrad Reichel. Courtesy runner now at second base. First pitch high and tight to Rechtenbaugh. Rechtenbaugh puts a bit of juice into this one, but got too far underneath of it. That one's going to shade out of play. A little late getting the head of the bat around as well, as that's a foul tip. Maybe tip's not the right word, but as a ball that went foul off the bat of Rechtenbaugh. Del Rapids leads by 9. That one clips Rechtenbaugh. He's going to take first base, and that's going to load the bases for Rugby Riken. I'm trying to find a way in my head to describe the face Riken just made on the mound for those who are listening on KYNT. It was showing your teeth like a smile, but in the most like, yes, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Everybody would know it when they see it. It's one of those where that was not how that was supposed to end up for Rugby Riken, to say the least.
I'd agree with that.
First pitch in there for strike one for Riken here to Trace Eastman. Eastman has singled, walked, and flown out to right field in this game. Back-to-back strikes for Riken with the bases loaded. We've talked all calendar year through multiple sports about how Riken's cool under pressure. It's a high-pressure situation with 2 down and the bases loaded. Tries to loop that one in there but can't find the zone. It's ball 1.
The hook.
I think loop was the best way to describe it, as Riken was even chuckling to himself on the mound. Brings the heat on that one, low and inside, gets away from the catcher Kampshoff, and a run's going to come across to score for Dell Rapids. Gives them a 10-run advantage. Because that was Conrad Reichel, the courtesy runner, who came across. Runners on second and third now for Dell Rapids. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 count. That one misses the zone. We'll go to 3-2 full count. Full count to Trace Eastman. 11 runs on 8 hits so far for Dell Rapids. Eastman trying to add to that. Ground ball back up the middle. Gloved by Drew Riken at short. Fires across the diamond. Good stretch by Turner. Good throw by Riken. Gets him in time. 1 run comes across in the top half of inning number 5, but that is it. 11-1, Dell Rapids leads. Yankton Post 12 bats when we come back here. KYNT, KYNTV, back in 60 seconds.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you can keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit your local community, why invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYNTV. Brayden Butler, Bryce Ladwig in the booth. Bottom of inning number 5. Dell Rapids leads Yankton 11-1. Jack Henry still on the mound for the Phils. He has had himself quite a day through 4 complete innings. Mark Cottle up at the dish as we come back.
Second baseman number 19.
Cottle reached on a walk in his first at-bat. First pitch for Henry, swung on and missed by Cottle. It's an 0-1 count now to the second baseman. Second pitch misses the zone, ball 1. It's a 1-1 count now. That one finds the zone, strike 2 to Cottle. It's a 1-2 count now as Jack Henry working very well so far in this game. That one finds the outside part of the plate, and Cottle is sat down looking. Sean Turner now steps up to the plate for Yankton.
Henry gets Cottle on strikes, clears the plate. Number 2, first baseman, Sean Turner.
I was remembering something we were talking earlier when we were trying to decipher who was in the bullpen for Yankton.
When I correctly guessed it was Rugby.
Oh, you correctly guessed it was a right-hander, and I mentioned so that means it's not Sean Turner.
It's the same thing, Brayden.
So I meant it's not Sean Turner. And I guess I also forgot to mention Cody Oswald, also a lefty for this team. This one driven out to right field by Turner. Decent pop. Right fielder shading underneath of it, though, and he catches it along the right field line. Good track, good hit for Turner, but can't get down to secure the single. Good tracking out in right field.
If this were Yankee Stadium, that'd be out, Brayden.
That glorified Little League field. Yankee Stadium. I think Fenway as well. That was close enough down the right field line. Might have tucked by the pesky pole. With 2 down in the inning, that brings up Mac Reichen, the leadoff hitter for Yankton. Hoping to lead off a rally here as they're down to 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 5. It is a 10-run ball game. That one misses low, ball 2 from Jack Henry. That one misses the zone as well. It's 3-0 count now to Mac Reichen. Get on base by any means necessary. We'll see if Reichen is taken all the way here. Rugby Reichen is on deck. That one misses ball 4. Mac will take first base. We did see Rugby pitch in the last half inning.
Pitcher, number 12, Rugby Reichen.
So he has moved to pitcher officially on the score sheet. You can DH for field players, so that does not necessarily mean Lucas Kamshoff will not hit, but Lucas Kamshoff is not in the on-deck circle. I believe it's Isaiah Skelhaas out there, so that explains the batting lineup. That was a hard foul ball off the bat of Rugby Reichen. Hit the backstop with a lot of velocity.
Twins are still losing 6-1, Brayden. That's your Twins update.
Shout to the Twins. Do we have a Cubs update? They started against the Phillies around 7. Mac Reichen takes off for second. It's a hit and run. Rugby Reichen sends this one down the right field line, out of play over the bullpens. That one's bouncing near the parking lot.
Cubs are leading 9-1.
That game just started.
Okay, they're actually trailing 2-0.
Okay, I was going to say, there's no chance they're leading 9-1. That game started at 7:05 first pitch. 0-2 count here to Reichen after a hard hit foul ball. Mac Reichen taking off again, low and away. Ball 1. Reichen sliding in, feet first. He's there just in time at second base. You want to know how interesting of a game it's been for Yankton, or how uncharacteristic, I should say, it's been for Yankton. It's the first stolen base of the game for post 12.
Yeah, that is. That's a good point. They just haven't had the amount of base runners that you'd want.
Exactly. You haven't had many base runners, and the runners that we have seen on, Mac Reichen earlier in the game was caught stealing, and it's the man on the mound, Jack Henry, is a big reason for that. The count's now worked to 2-2 by Rugby. Swung on, hard hit, back up the middle, gets by the second baseman. Mac Reichen taking a big turn at third, and he's going to come all the way home, cut the lead to 9, puts Rugby Reichen on first. Brings Isaiah Skelhaas up to the plate, batting in place of the designated hitter, Lucas Kamshoff. So looking at his official stats on the day, Kamshoff went 1 for 1 with a walk and a solo bomb over the right field fence. That was the lone run of the ball game before that RBI single by Reichen.
Remember, we have a quadrangular here tomorrow, Brayden, beginning 11:30 a.m. pregame. Yankton versus Sioux Falls. Wait, which one? East or West?
I believe West is the first game.
Sioux Falls West, and then 2 games in between, and then Yankton and Sioux Falls East. So 2 league games tomorrow.
It's a 1-2 count here at Isaiah Skelhaas. It'll be you and me in the booth for game 1. Game 2, you'll be riding solo, Jason Derulo. Rugby Reichen taking off for second base. That one low, no throw down, so stolen base for Rugby Reichen.
Well, Rugby just had the jump there. Either he got lucky on the fact that Henry wasn't able to step off in time, or he timed it perfectly. He was halfway to second by the time Henry started motioning towards home.
2-2 driven down the right field line and out of play. As I was saying, second game, it'll be just you for game 2. I apologize, but I do have a vet appointment for my cat late in the afternoon. And
I'm going to have Kirby on.
Hey, she might do better than me. I'm not going to lie to you. 2-2 count. Skelhaas takes that one. Makes it a 3-2 count. Full count to Isaiah Skelhaas. It's his first at-bat of the game. So looking at his season stats and 36 plate appearances, he's got a .452 batting average and OBP of 514. Pitcher steps off the mound, fakes the throw back over to second just to keep Rugby Riken honest at the bag. Henry comes home now, leaves that one low and away. Ball 4. Skelhaas takes the base. His first plate appearance of the day, he draws his 5th walk of the season.
And we have a mound visit out here for Dell Rapids.
As you mentioned, yes, that mound visit. Head coach wants to talk to his man on the mound, Jack Henry. Mound visits are brought to you by one of Yankton's biggest and best employers, and that's Hedro. When you're ready for a break, looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. 11-2 score. Matthew Sheldon stepping to the plate. Was about to throw it to a break, but they break the huddle on the mound. Jack Henry's going to stay out there. We'll keep it right here in Yankton at Riverside Field. Quick chat out there on the mound between Jack Henry and his head coach. The coaches for Dell Rapids today are Nate Henry and Danny Miller. First pitch misses off the outside part of the plate to Matthew Sheldon, ball 1.
Muted myself. Good time for a river missile, Brayden.
It would be big here. This one roped out to right field. It's going to bounce in front of the right fielder. Rugby takes the turn at 3. He's coming home. RBI single for Matthew Sheldon. Lead cut down to 8. Little 5th inning rally from Yankton. Still plenty of baseball yet to be played. If they can keep cutting into this lead.
When you and I do nicknames for big hits, good things happen. So we just have to keep them coming.
Quick, think of one for Drew. Drew Reck has had a very good season at the plate so far. 0 for 2 on the day, but not indicative of his year on the whole.
A Missouri River projectile.
1-0 to Riken. That was a U projectile. That was sent right back towards the booth. Shout out to the netting in front of us. Usually they're sent back at me, so I'm glad Drew Riken is diversifying the foul ball portfolio. 1-1 to Riken. Low and away, ball 2. It's a 2-1 count now. There are 2 down in the inning. If Riken's able to get on base, bring up Samuel Kampshoff, the catcher. 2 runners on for Yankton. That one misses the zone. Ball 3. It's a 3-1 count now to Drew Riken. Big swing there from Riken. He wanted that one, but couldn't find a piece. Full count now, 3-2. Henry steps off, looks Skelhaas back to second. No real moves being made yet from Skelhaas to try to take off from third, but he does have some sneaky speed out there on the base paths. As that one finds the zone and sits down Drew Riken for out number 3 here in the bottom of inning number 5. 11-3, your score here at Riverside Field in Yankton. We'll come back for the top of inning number 6. Post 12 trails by 8 to Dell Rapids. 11-3, your score line. Back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Did you know Yankton Medical Clinic offers same-day appointments in primary care for acute care? If you are sick and need to be seen, under most circumstances, we can get you in the same day in pediatrics and family medicine. No need to wait. Regardless of who you see at Yankton Medical Clinic, your medical history is all in one chart, allowing our physicians to work together to make sure you get complete, family-centered care whenever you need it. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
FNBO free checking is checking that's actually free. No fees or minimums, and now no overdraft fees. It's ever so personal, with people to help every step of the way. And easy, with a mobile app that allows you to deposit checks and manage your account wherever you are. So make the switch so you can do more with the Great Big Small Bank. Visit FNBO.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO free checking. It's ever so free. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. We head to the top of the 6th, 11-3. Dell Rapids leads Yankton. Send it back to Bryce Ladwig to bring us home down the stretch.
Thank you, Brayden. And here at Riverside Field-Yankton trailing, as Brayden said, 11-3. And trying to maintain that score. Yankton will have a couple more trips to the plate to try to change things or turn things around here at Riverside tonight. And it's a two-hopper over to Drew Reichen in the first at-bat. A nice scoop over at first by Sean Turner. They're going to say throw not in time. An infield single coming for Dell Rapids. I'm getting back in the groove of things here. That was Eastman. Drake Eastman. And that will bring up Sutton Williams, who came in as a pinch hitter in the 4th.
That was a tough play of that last ground ball for Drew Reichen. He was moving to his right, launched it across the diamond off his back foot. That was part of the reason it just didn't get to Sean Turner in time. Tough play to make for anybody.
Yeah, and Williams steps out of the box. Take a breather. Rugby Reichen on the mound. Delivers. In the dirt, 1-1.
We talk about Yankton pitchers working fast. I know Rugby on the season hasn't had had 2 innings pitched coming into this game, but just looking at him, he might work the fastest.
He really does. That's a good point. We always talk about Drew, like you said. But the batters are purposely stepping out because they want a second to, have a practice cut.
They want to think before the ball is coming at them.
You step in the box and the ball's halfway there. And another strike called on the outside. There's usually a ball on the outside, so it's 2-2 count.
And you can see it, too. Reichen is set on the mound before the batters even come into the box.
And Williams set down on strikes. Rugby Reichen tallies a strikeout. That's one away here in the top of inning number 6. They'll bring up Dylan Kint. He's had an eventful day at the plate for Dell Rapids. 2 for 3 on the day. And pitch misses on the inside, 1-0, and gets away from Samuel Kampshoff behind the plate. And so Eastman advances to second. Still 1 away, top of inning number 6. 11-3 lead for Dell Rapids in this non-league Legion game. Again, Yankton has 2 league games tomorrow, quadrangular style, so offsetting times. 11:30 a.m. pregame, 12 p.m. first pitch in game 1. We already talked about it, but I forgot which one it was. Either Sioux Falls East or West. And then a 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock first pitch for game 2 against the other one. Drew Reichen gets the ball over in short. And instead of going to first for the surefire out, he runs down Eastman between second and third. And Matthew Sheldon applies the tag over near third base for the second out. 2 away, top of inning number 6.
It's a smart play by Drew at short, seeing that Eastman might have been, Eastman. Excuse me, I believe they put somebody in for Eastman as a courtesy runner. That was Conrad Reichel, who was at second. But seeing him maybe taking his time between second and third a little bit, get the lead runner, keep him out of scoring position. These post-12 players, they aren't just going to roll over down 8 here in the late innings.
And at the plate, Brayden Pankinen takes the ball low, 1-0.
2 for 4 on the day so far as Pankinen. Both those hits coming in back-to-back at-bats.
Pankinen lifts this one out toward left. It will hug the line. It'll be down for a hit. So 2 runners on for Dell Rapids. Runners at first and second. 2 away, top of inning number 6.
Pankinen casually has a 3 for 5 day now with 3 straight hits in his last 3 plate appearances.
Now I'll bring up the dangerous Jack Henry. Really turned the momentum of this game with a 2 RBI triple back in the second inning. Really to set the pace.
And he's been on base every time he steps to the plate as well. He's 2 for 2 in the official score sheet with a pair of hits. Obviously that 2 RBI triple being the big one. He's also walked a couple times.
He lifts his 0-1 pitch, foul, makes the count 0-2. So 0-2 count, as now Rugby's actually taking his time on the mound and delivers. Pitch misses in, 1-2.
Playing a little mind games maybe on the mound for Rugby.
Okay, Rugby, you're working too fast, man. He's ready to go. He gets the ball back, Brayden, and now that you pointed it out to me, here we go, the 1-2. Ball on the outside. He gets the ball, and he is on the rubber, and he is set.
And he's not even finding the same spot on the rubber every time. That's how fast he's moving, because he just worked from the right side of the rubber, now he's on the left.
The 2-2. Nice breaking ball for Rugby. It's a 2-hopper over to Sheldon, gloves it, and gets the lead runner. That's 3 away. Well, that pace works for Rugby. He gets out of it. No run score for Dell Rapids. It's 11-3 game. Entering the bottom of inning number 6. Yankton needs some runs, and they need them now. Here from Riverside Field.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. Embracing the unexpected. Savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER Equipment.com. All
right, we have a pitching change, and they are brought to you by Conklin Distributing. Time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel with 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Yeah, the man on the mound right now, Aiden Beckler for Dell Rapids. Started the game out in right field, was pinch hit for in the 4th inning. Now he's coming in, trying to close it down here late in Yankton.
All right, thank you, Brayden. And it will be Samuel Campshaw coming to the plate. Yankton needs some runs, clearly, and they need them now.
Leading off for Yankton, number 13, Samuel Campshaw.
A couple moves made out in the field as CJ Smith has moved over to first base. And I believe
check swing strike on the first pitch to Samuel Campshaw. Go ahead, Brayden.
Sorry, there to cut you off. But like I was saying, CJ Smith moved from shortstop to first base, and I believe, yep, that is Jack Henry out there at short. So he's moved off the mound. Beckler comes in to pitch, and I believe that leaves Rechtenbaugh as the odd man out.
And an 0-2 count now to Campshaw. And set down on strikes is Samuel Campshaw. That is the first strikeout for Butler.
Back over to Campshaw on strikes. Brings the plate. Luke Bernardo.
That brings up Luke Bernardo, right fielder for Yankton. So 1-0 count. Pitch misses low and away. 2-0 now to the right fielder, Bernardo. And Bachler's next pitch is blocked in the dirt. 3-0 count.
Bernardo trying to get on base here. It'd be first time on base so far today. Can't score if you're not on base, so any means necessary.
And Bernardo is walked. And he will jog to first. And that brings up Mark Cottle. So Yankton has a runner on base. Of course, Bernardo could be taken off for a second, as Bachler hasn't shown a lot of speed off the mound. I mean, good pitch selection. And breaking ball misses outside, 1-0.
It's the third plate appearance of the day for Mark Cottle. who is at the dish currently 0 for 1 with a walk drawn.
And delivering. Missing outside. 2-0 count now. Cottle took.
Moves a 4-pitch walk to Bernardo, so that's 6 straight pitches that have missed the zone here.
And pitch misses again. 3-0. So Butler is showing some difficulty finding the strike zone here. And Cottle taking all the way, takes a breaking ball down the middle, 3-1 count. So 3-1 count, 1 out, bottom of inning number 6. Yankton trailing 11-3, 1 runner on first. And Butler gets set from the stretch and delivers. Missed on the outside, and Mark Cottle is walked. That's back-to-back walks issued. Yankton has 2 runners on, and that brings up first baseman Sean Turner.
Something to keep an eye on with Mark Cottle. That was his 14th plate appearance of the season. So he doesn't have a large sample size. He's drawn 7 walks. Half the time he steps up to the plate, he somehow manages to draw a walk.
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer. He's got a lot of plate discipline. He's an OBP menace.
This is just your favorite thing about him is Coach Drew Lawrence saying he's a gamer.
He's a gamer, and he's playing baseball the way I did back in the day, and that's get on base by any means necessary.
If he would have gotten hit by the pitch, I'd be like, this is how I played.
Hey,
ball inside to Sean Turner, 1-0.
Yeah, no, I watched Moneyball when I was like 12 or whenever that movie came out. It really changed how I thought about baseball.
I need to get on base.
I need to get on base. Jonah Hill said I need to get on base.
So 2-0 count. Butler delivers. Sean Turner rips this one out towards center. It is down for a hit. That will be at least 1 run. As Bernardo comes in to score, Yankton back on the board, trailing 11-4. RBI single for Sean Turner.
Now, Sean Turner hasn't had many appearances at the plate this season. That was his 7th of the year. And that is his first hit of the season, also his first RBI. He's drawn a couple walks, so he's been on the base paths before, but good to see him get his first RBI of the year. Looks like they're going to have a courtesy runner at first, as well as Turner will take the hat off, and that brings Cooper Grotenheis out at first base.
And that brings up Mac Rankin to the plate. Takes a ball, 1-0. Missed on the outside. And Mac Rankin lifts this one out towards center. Is down for another hit. They're going to try to get the lead runner over at third. And the throw too high. Lifts the fielder off the bag. Bases are loaded for Yankton for rumbling Rugby Rankin coming up.
Rankin singles to center field low bases for pitcher number 12, Rugby Rankin.
Now, Rugby Rankin is in a situation where one swing of the bat can give you an entirely different ball game here at Riverside Field.
Pitch misses on the outside. Rugby takes 1-0. Rugby 1 for 3 on the day. And takes another pitch, 2-0. Misses on the outside. And no, I agree. It's either one solid at-bat right now or up next for Skelhaas. And this thing is completely different. Here's the 2-0. Misses low and outside. 3-0 count now to Rugby. And 3-0. Miss low in the dirt, and that will send Rugby to a first. So a base is loaded walk. As you cannot convince me also, Brayden, that Cooper Grotenheis didn't round third a little bit, wondering how long they were going to take to get to that ball because he was about 5 feet past the bag. And we have another mound visit. Mound visit brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and maybe looking for a new career direction, visit jobs at hedro.com. It's 11-5, Yankton trailing, bases loaded for Isaiah Skelhaus when we come back in 90 seconds from Riverside Field.
When I'm searching for adventure, I find it on the range. Archery challenges me to be curious, see opportunity, and welcome big challenges. It teaches me to focus and never quit until the last arrow hits. Archery allows me to show my spirit at Mount Marty University. How do you show your adventurous side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
And welcome back to Riverside Field. And we have a pitching change. And Brayden, who do we have?
We got C.J. Smith on the mound. Started the game at shortstop. It's been bumped around a little bit. With the changes as well, Will Jayton comes back in to play second base. And retaking his spot at first base is Joe Rechtenbaugh, who was moved around when Butler was on the mound. Bachler, excuse me.
And Isaiah Skelhaus at the plate has an 0-1, now an 0-2 as he foul tips this one. Still one away in the bottom of inning number 6.
Skelhaus came into this game with a .452 batting average. Only 3 RBIs, so he hasn't come up a lot with runners in scoring position.
Takes the pitch behind his helmet, brings it to 1-2. And now the pitch. And hit in the back is Skelhaus. Didn't have to try to move out of the way or anything, just took it. And that will bring in another run for Yankton, now trailing 11-6. Still one way, bottom of inning number 6. And that'll get it done. And that brings up Matthew Sheldon, the very dangerous bat, and one of the bats that you want, Brayden, with the bases loaded.
You know, he is one of 2 home runs so far this season for Post 12 at Riverside Field.
We're trying to speak it into existence. Send a bolt bullet out into the river.
A bolt bullet.
I knew you liked that one. And Smith delivers, and this one is sent out toward right center. It is down. That will score 1. That will score 2. Maybe. No, it will not. As Isaiah Skelhaus headed toward home, and I thought he had plenty of room. And so another pair of runs comes across for Yankton. So it scored 2, and I thought maybe 3, Brayden. I thought maybe he had enough speed as he got about halfway down the baseline and just scrambled back toward the bag. Better safe than sorry. But a 2 RBI double for Matthew Sheldon. You know, Brayden, it's not in the river, but that will do.
That'll do. That'll do. 2 RBI double for Sheldon. Part of it for Skelhaus running back to third is it's still a 3-run ball game. You want as many runs as possible to have a chance to come across.
Drew Rankin, 2-hopper over to short. They will let the run score. And 2 away, so it's 11-9 here at Riverside Field. Still run in scoring position for Yankton. And the rally rages on.
Yeah, like right there, Skelhaus still comes across home plate, but part of the thinking there on the play before when he scrambled back to third, it was a great throw from center field by Pankinen, and you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. And you know, if he got thrown out at the plate there, that one would have ended the inning, and now run comes across. So smart base running in the end by Skelhaus.
And now Smith delivers. Pitch misses high. 1-0. And the 1-0. And Smith hits the outside edge, 1-1. To Samuel Kamshoff. And a breaking ball hits the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 count. 2 away, bottom of inning number 6. A 2-run deficit. Dell Rapids leading Yankton 11-9. Yankton has a runner on second. The 1-2 in the dirt, blocked behind the plate by Eastman. Nice job behind the plate. Brings count even at 2. Whole new ball game here at Riverside. Pitch, the pitch misses just high, and the count is full to Samuel Kampshoff. Of course, everything up here looks like a strike. So
that was another stone cold take from Kampshoff, and a count where you got to protect, and that one's barely off the zone.
Payoff pitch. Kampshoff rips this one down the left field line. Well, foul. And at one point in this game, Brayden, we were wondering about the run rule and if it was going to apply to Yankton. Yeah, I think it would have. I think it was 10 after 5, so that...
It is 10 after 5, yes. And they managed to score 2 in the bottom of the 5th, and now suddenly it's a 2-run game, and you got to think about extra innings almost.
Payoff pitch, called. Strike 3 and a breaking ball. Samuel Kampshoff slams down the bat, and he'll get his catching gear back on. But, folks, we have a whole new ball game here at Riverside Field as we enter the top of inning number 7. Dell Rapids 11, Yankton 9 here on KYNT, KYNTV.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
And welcome back to Riverside Field, 11-9. Yankton trails Dell Rapids, top of inning number 7. And it is a ball game now, Brayden, as Smith will step to the plate for Dell Rapids. Pitcher versus pitcher here.
It's interesting to think. We were heading to the bottom of inning number 5 in this game. And after 5, if it's a 10-run game, that's it. They call it with their 10-run rule. And Yankton was down 11-1. And now, a full inning and a half later, we're talking about an 11-9 ball game where Yankton is trying to complete an amazing comeback over these last couple innings.
Yeah, it'll be something if it can happen here. Even if it can't, it's just an impressive effort, I guess you could say, near the end of it here. And 2-0 now to Smith from Rugby Riken. It's a hop over to Sheldon. Sheldon gloves it. And the throw over to first is high, but, Cooper Grotenheis was able to scoop it out of the air. And he did apply the tag when the ball came loose. And so runners on for Dell Rapids.
That was just a tough play for Coop at first, trying to get back down, trying to come back down to earth after jumping up in the air to snag that one and then bringing the tag as well. Ball just sneaks out of the glove and puts a runner on first base here.
And so now the pitch is going to reach the backstop, gets by Samuel Kampshoff behind the plate. And at the plate is Aiden Butler. So 1-0 count.
Now by Legion rule, each player is allowed 1 re-entry into the game. And Bachler checked out earlier, but able obviously to re-enter. Played a little bit on the mound and has moved out into the field once again.
And so Bachler takes a ball on the outside. 1-1 count now. And Bachler finds the gap going toward left, and it gets by Drew Riken at short, and a run will come across. RBI single for Bachler. Did get a text back from the wife, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It is across. No ED or he or whatever you'd want to add.
Good.
As she says, we are American.
Is it different in Britain? Is that what she means?
She, I don't know if you know, Katie used to live in London.
Lucky. I've always wanted to go to England, I'm not going to lie.
And throw down. And a stolen base for Dell Rapids. Well, I mean, London is just a part of England. Obviously, there's
I know,
much
but
more to
it's
England. England is quite a vast land.
It's about the size of Delaware.
It was like
Not
literally
really
saying, like,
vast.
I always wanted to live in North America. Like, well, there's a lot to choose from there. I gotcha.
You know, England's not that big.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like, kind of.
It's really not. No offense to any English who might be, watching the stream for some reason.
If not, I mean, if you are, across.
if you are across the pond.
ED. 2-1 count now. Back to baseball here. And he is a pop-up to shallow center. Drew Reichen working his way under it. And he is able to glove it as Joe Reckenbach pops out. So 12-9 game now.
Number 9, Trace Eastman.
Yankton is still trailing by 3 here in the top of inning number 7. 1 away. His live stats are down, but we'll make this work. And a strike taken on the outside. That is Trace Eastman. He's had one heck of a game. 2-hopper over to Sheldon. Sheldon gloves it. The throw across the diamond is in time. Cooper Grotnice has it. He throws over to third, trying to get the runner advancing. And not in time, so another run 90 feet from home, but 2 away. Then brings up Drake Eastman.
Drake Eastman.
And pitches foul back to the backstop, 0-1. Pitch hit out toward right center. Bernardo working his way under, and that is the final out. Yankton trails by 3 as we enter the bottom of inning number 7. Thanks to our sportscaster partner Pizza Ranch for legendary chicken and the best pizza. It's Yankton Pizza Ranch. It's on Broadway. You can call 665-1222. And Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmen ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. And Yankton Computer Network Services. For your complete personal and business computer solutions, rely on Yankton Computer Network Services. Wishing the best of luck to Yankton Post 12 baseball this season. And the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. And finally, Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. Back in 1 minute from Riverside Field.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Doctors Feeser, Slowey, and DeYoung are experts in prescribing eye drops that can replace reading glasses. These drops are a new technology that can change the size of your pupil for improved reading. They're convenient for anyone who wants freedom from reading glasses. Our doctors even use them. Call Vision Care Associates and schedule an appointment to see if this new technology is right for you.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
3-run ball game for Yankton as they try to rally their way back here at Riverside Field. Luke Bernardo gets things started, sends it out toward left, but into the glove. And Yankton down to their final 2 outs.
That was a good track out and left by Dylan Kent. I thought that one was going to drop just out of his reach. Would have been a good way to lead off the inning for Luke Bernardo. Just an unfortunate scenario for him, as that was a well-hit ball. Just great deep play on defense.
And that brings up Mark Cottle. Breaking ball misses high and inside, 1-0. And Riley Smith gets ready and delivers. Breaking ball in for a strike, 1-1. Smith gets ready and delivers, and this one is sent straight to the sky, and Smith works his way under it. That's 2 away. Getting down to their final out, and that brings up Cooper Grotenhuis. We did pass along a nickname suggestion, so waiting on approval from Cooper Grotenhuis before we can share it. Brayden Butler came up with it, not Bryce.
Throw me under the bus.
I'm not going to say what it is until he says he loves it.
If he doesn't like it, throw me under the bus for it.
I told you, if he likes it, I'll be like, hey, man, I'm glad. But if he says, no, I hate it, I'll be like, that's Brayden.
Shout out to Drew Reichen being the middleman on that one.
Being the messenger. He probably never even told him. He probably like, no, that was just really dumb.
Yeah, great idea. Shuts the door. Never talking to those guys again.
Yep. The 1-0 to Cooper Grotenhuis. Misses outside. It's 2-0 count.
I want to be clear, I wasn't even the one that brought it up to Drew. So that's a double not on me. I
Yeah,
don't care.
it means I love the name, you know? And 2-0. Showing bunt pulling back is Cooper Grotenhuis. I almost went by the nickname just because we're talking about it. 3-0 count now.
This is Grotenhuis' first at-bat of the game. And looking at it coming in, batting just under 238 plate appearances so far, but he has been able to draw some free bases so far this season. See if he can here in a 3-1 count.
3-1 to Cooper Grotenhuis. And lifts this one and hit the bleachers. If a person was sitting there, it would have been through their soul. That thing was just a... I have seen lines not drawn that straight.
I've drawn several lines that are not that straight.
Exactly 90-degree level foul ball for Cooper Grotenhuis. Here's the full count pitch, or payoff pitch. It's a chopper to the first baseline. It is fielded in fair territory, and Yankton drops the non-league game versus Dell Rapids 12-9. And Yankton's record falls to 17-7 overall. Of course, this does not affect the league games at all, but Dell Rapids overall improves to 14-2. We have your Yankton Rexall post-game show around the corner here from Riverside Field.
Have you been dealing with sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion, or other conditions due to seasonal allergies? At Yankton Rexall, with our comfortable environment and knowledgeable staff, we will provide you with solutions to ease your allergy symptoms. Don't suffer through this allergy season. Stop by Yankton Rexall today. We'll send you on your way with something to provide relief.
Celebrating 100 years, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, Yankton Rexall.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
And welcome to the Yankton Rexall post-game show, post-game interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. Be joined by Coach Drew Lawrence. All right, Coach, obviously a really good Dell Rapids team, one of the best in Class B, and just overall one of the best Legion teams in the state. Rough start coming out, but the thing I want to talk about is the rally. The last couple of innings really made it a game there near the end, and I'm sure you like to see that kind of fight.
Yeah. We were down to one more out, and the game was going to be over in 5, and we would have been 10-run, and Matt gets on first, steals second. We want to keep being aggressive, just like we usually are. So he steals second, but he gets a hit, and all of a sudden we're playing another inning. And then we play another one and put up 6. So, we had an opportunity to put up more. So it was a good job coming back.
3 players I want to talk about offensively for Yankton, in whichever order you kind of want to talk about them. But Rugby Reich and Matthew Sheldon and Lucas Kamshoff. Of course, Kamshoff being the home run. That's always a big moment for a team.
Yeah, those guys, they usually have to be on for us to be in games and be able to do that, especially with today. So we had a different lineup, obviously. We had some guys in there that haven't played a ton, and so we need those guys to produce. And we struggled the first 3 innings. I mean, they had one of the better pitchers in the state, but it shouldn't really matter. But, those guys at the top have to keep doing what they're doing, and they get in there and they compete. And I know I say that a lot, but they do. So they just got to keep doing that.
How was Jason McCorkle not being behind the plate but playing in other he pitched, obviously. How do you feel about all that?
Well, Jace told me he was a strike thrower, so we have to have a little conversation after that since he walked about everyone on their team. But he did get out of the inning. When we go into these games, and I kind of said, like, we have a different lineup out there, and we're going to throw some guys like Jace and just, have a little bit of fun, but also, just giving some guys some different looks and opportunities. So
Sean Turner at first.
First, yep. So we just want to get some guys in there, but Jace, he told me all he did was throw strikes, but in his defense, he probably hasn't thrown a pitch in 4 years, so it wasn't too bad. It could have been better, but I'm sure he's gonna like that as one of his memories when he's done after this year. So.
Quadrangular tomorrow here at Riverside Field, and I even wrote it down, but I can't remember if it's Sioux Falls East or West in the morning and then evening. So Sioux Falls West, 12 p.m. first pitch, and then 2 games in between Yankton's next action versus Sioux Falls East, then at 7, I believe, correct?
Ish, yeah. 7-ish.
Yeah, rolling schedule.
But yeah, that's right. Yep.
All right. Well, obviously, Sioux Falls teams are always just really difficult, and it's going to be good competition here.
Yeah. It'll be a good day at Riverside. We've never really done a quad. What'd you call it?
Quadrangular.
I don't. Is that a real word?
You can ask Ryan Moores. Look at the activities calendar for high school sports.
Okay. So we've never really done that here, but we East and West both wanted to play here before the state term. So we had those 2, but they wanted more games than just 1 each. So I got a hold of Tabor, and we were able to make it work. So it'll be cool. Be a lot of different people in here and a lot of different fans, so it'll be a fun atmosphere and experience for everybody.
It's been a very busy week for Post 12. That you mentioned it, I'm looking back. So Harrisburg doubleheader last night, and then a game tonight, and then somewhat doubleheader tomorrow. It's a lot of games.
Yeah, we have a break coming up here until the Gopher, so we kind of jammed these games in to see what we were kind of made of and see if what we had in us. So, but we planned out pretty well as far as coaching staff. Tomorrow we got Drew pitching, we got Matthew Sheldon pitching, Cottle in relief, Mac in relief. So we're pretty full board as far as the pitching goes on all that.
So that was going to be my question, and you answered it right there for pitching. So, Coach, we'll see you tomorrow, and thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's Coach Drew Lawrence, and we'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show.
Thanks, guys.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC, and those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today, but if you keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit the local community, why would you invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Picnics, family reunions, cookouts, all activities that are a part of this time of the year. And nothing goes better with your get-together than Sheboygan brats, sausages, wieners, and all-beef hot dogs. Get Sheboygan at your local Hy-Vee today. Produced with pride at Simple Meats in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Everyone deserves a competent, compassionate, comfortable medical team. At Yankton Medical Clinic PC, we are your medical team. We know you. We know your medical history and work together to help solve your medical puzzle. With all your medical history in one chart, our physicians truly know you and provide continuity of care. The team at Yankton Medical Clinic facilitates access and communication with specialists on your behalf. At Yankton Medical Clinic, we really do provide so much care, so close to home. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. It's time for a stats review brought to you by Culligan. And rent a Culligan water system for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. To schedule your free in-home water test and consultation, visit CulliganYankton.com. Let's go over your line score. It's very interesting. Try to follow along, Brayden. Dell Rapids one run in the top of the first, added 4 more in the top of the second, added another one in the top of the third, so at that point 6-0. Yankton answered with a run in the bottom of the third, so 6-1. Dell Rapids added 4 in the top of the fourth, so at that point it's 10-1. Then added another run in the top of the fifth, making it 11-1, and Yankton at risk of being run ruled, the 10-run rule.
And something Coach Lawrence said in the post-game interview that I missed when we were talking about it near the end of the game. They were 1 out away from that being a 10-run rule because Mac Reichen getting on first later, coming around to score, happened with 2 outs left in the game.
And then 2 runs in the bottom of the fifth, as you just mentioned, for Yankton. And then Yankton added 6 in the bottom of the sixth. Then Dell Rapids added 1 in the top of the seventh, making it a 12-9 game. Dell Rapids out-hit Yankton 11-6. Yankton had 3 errors and left on base for Dell Rapids 11. Yankton left 6 on base. Pitching, Jack Henry, one of the best in the state. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned. 8 walks issued, 7 strikeouts, 1 home run given up. And he was given the win And then for Yankton, Josh Sheldon pitched 3 innings, 4 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. Jason Corkle came in for an inning pitched, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 4 walks. Rugby Riken came in for 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 1 strikeout. And then for hitting for Yankton, Mac Riken 1 for 2 on the day, 2 runs, 2 walks. Rugby Riken 1 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Lucas Kampshoff 1 for 1, 1 run, 1 RBI, and 2 walks, and a bomb out to right center, a home run. Isaiah Skelhaus came in, scored a run and an RBI. And Matthew Sheldon 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, 1 walk. Drew Riken 0 for 4 with an RBI. Samuel Kampshoff 0 for 4. Luke Bernardo 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk drawn. Mark Cottle 0 for 2 with a run and 2 walks. Sean Turner 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. And that will do your stats review. Your defensive player of the game brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS, your residential and commercial pest control solution. Brayden?
Mentioned it about midway through the game, how it was a very busy day for a certain guy in the outfield, and he had a couple more putouts as the game went along after that. So your defensive player of the game today is going to be Luke Bernardo out and right. Good job tracking a couple fly balls out there. Was really key because if he doesn't track those, we could be looking. This game could have ended over an hour ago if a few more runs were able to come across for Dell Rapids. So Luke Bernardo out in right field helping keep the game in check and then almost coming back for Yankton Post 12.
And our offensive player of the game brought to you by High V with a helpful smile in every aisle.
The urge to give it to Lucas Kampshoff for going 1 for 1 with a home run is real. Every time you see a bomb, you want to give respect to the guy. So you got to give him his shout-out, give him his flowers, sending that one over the right field fence. But your offensive player today is going to be Matthew Sheldon. 2 for 3 with 3 RBI and a walk drawn. He had a very good day at that plate. The big 2 RBI double in the later innings really kind of started. It felt like, hey, Yankton might actually pull this one all the way back. And, he's a very good player at the plate. It's not the first time this season winning the award. Probably won't be his last, but Matthew Sheldon, your offensive player of the game.
All right, our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Doors, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized Clopay dealer. We just heard Coach Drew Lawrence talk about it. It is Sioux Falls West or East first. I need to write this down, Brayden. One of those two. I think it's West.
Game 1.
Just like 5 more times before it actually happens.
I thought you said West.
Yeah, Sioux Falls West, man. It's a third team. Now, Sioux Falls West here in town for the game 1. That's 11:30 a.m. pregame, 12 o'clock first pitch with Brayden, Butler, and myself. And then Sioux Falls East at 7 o'clock first pitch, 6:30 pregame with just myself because Brayden is quitting. I'm joking. He's just gone. But it'll be fun solo.
My cat has a vet appointment late in the afternoon, and it's necessary, man. I need to take care of it.
Oh, no, for sure. For sure. I was just liking my this is your last broadcast. Joking.
If this is my last broadcast, you're gonna have some issues at the end of July. I'll tell you what.
Yep. State tournament. I'm not hearing you back for the state tournament.
Hey, remember how I jokingly fired you in the post game and then you never came back? Yeah, we're gonna need you back.
I was just joking, man. Really.
That'll be a lot of fun at the end of July, though. I'm looking forward to that. Still, about a month exactly. We will be in the thick of it because it starts, I believe, the 25th.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and the season's shaping up right now as we move along. Final thoughts from Riverside Field tonight, Brayden.
What a comeback that almost fully completed by Yankton. They proved that they still got a lot of fight in them no matter what kind of situation there is. And I'm still in awe of how quickly Rugby Riken worked on the mound for those 3 innings of work he was out there.
All right. Thanks to Scotty Borman, our KYNT studio producer, and all of our sponsors making this game possible. Coach Drew Lawrence for joining us in the post game. This has been Post 12 Legion Baseball on KYNT, KYNTV, Yankton Falls and Dell Rapids, 12-9. We'll see you tomorrow here from Riverside Field.
Thank you for listening to KYNT or watching on KYNTV. Remember, you can re-listen or re-watch this broadcast in its entirety by visiting KY